It is finally time for me to do the Archon quest. I'm so excited. Okay, here we go. I'm teleporting over and we're just gonna let it begin. I didn't realize that we were gonna be starting in the desert, but I guess it makes sense. We don't just show up in Fontaine out of nowhere. Okay, this is where I'm gonna focus on quest stuff, okay guys? Okay. I'm so excited.
Good old caravan rebot. Now let Paimon think. What were we up to the first time we came here?
Wasn't that when we first met Alhaitham or something like that? Sumeru, welcome in, by the way.
Oh, Paimon remembers. Nahida's consciousness had been trapped by the doctor. But we followed the clues she left behind to help her.
Good memory, Paimon. Guess we may have stumbled upon this place at some point before.
So much time has already passed since then. And it seems Sumeru's changing for the better now that Nahida's in charge, right? Paimon just hopes this peace will last a long time. And then Nahida won't have any more new problems to deal with.
Yes, but as long as we're around, it's hard to say what will happen.
Yeah, guess you're right. We somehow always find ourselves right in the thick of it. Who knows what will happen next? Come to think of it, maybe it's all because of you. Maybe you're just a magnet for trouble.
Damn, okay. Got it, thanks. I was just thinking that you might be the problem, Paimon.
Me?
You might be the
Paimon ran
problem.
into you. Paimon never ran into any trouble. At most, when she was super tired, Paimon got caught in some strange whirlpool and sucked out into sea.
Okay.
And even then, you fished Paimon out.
Hi, Jared.
Anyway, for Nahida's sake, maybe we should think about heading to our next destination for now.
Next stop, Fontaine, baby. Yum, yum, yum. Welcome in.
Ah, look who it is. Running into you in a place like this? I can see you two still love wandering around.
I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't expecting to see somebody like Dehya right now.
Since when are we just wandering around? We're usually taking care of some serious business. Even though it may have nothing to do with our journey. But never mind that. What brings you here?
I just finished a commission in the desert for a usual client of mine. Nothing too interesting. Just escorting a shipment of goods. I'm on my way to report back.
Okay.
That's when I saw you two all the way over there, chatting away. What were you two talking about anyway?
We're preparing to leave Sumeru and head to Fontaine. Oh! That's sus.
Huh? You serious? Can't say I saw that coming. But you are travelers after all. I guess you'd never stay for too long.
Why
in
does
one
it feel like
place.
we've been in Sumeru forever? Loki.
Bumping into you like this will become a rarity. I'm starting to feel sad just thinking
I
about it.
feel like this is the first time a character has talked to us
Hey,
like this when we were
how
going to
about
a
I
new
gather
region.
a few mercs to escort you two? What do
Maybe
you
I'm
say?
just not remembering though.
Thanks, but no need. Oh, Paimon had no clue you'd miss us so much. But don't worry, we'll come back to see everyone when we get a chance.
Sounds good. All you need to do to get to Fontaine is cross this stretch of desert and navigate some waterways. Knowing you two, I'm sure it won't be anything you can't
That's a
handle.
pretty big stretch of desert that we have to cross, to be honest.
When are you leaving?
Yeah, we've been there for a while. Oh, I guess maybe Amber did. Okay. We'll leave as soon as we finish a few more preparations. Journey should be spontaneous. So we're doing it now.
Oh, wait a sec. Paimon just remembered there are still a few dishes in Sumeru that Paimon hasn't tried yet. Now, where's that list Paimon made?
Girl. Nah, I don't like this guy. He's kind of sus.
I see. Guess you won't be needing a going away party or anything.
He's definitely from
It's sad
Fontaine
enough
as
to see
well.
you go like this. Though, now that I think about it, Sumeru wouldn't be what it is today without you. Seems true heroes always prefer leaving quietly.
By the way, should we go say bye to Nahida?
In her case, she'll know from our dreams anyway.
Good point. Then there's no need to bother her in the real world.
Then, I guess this is goodbye for now, Traveler and Paimon. Whether as a client or a friend, you're always welcome to come find me.
Take care. Bye, Dehya.
Goodbye, Dehya. Bye-bye, Sumeru.
Wow, bye, Sumeru. Bye. Oh, it's okay, guys. I really did love Sumeru. After settling matters in Sumeru, you approach the border with Fontaine. Oh, and it brings us to this teleport. Okay, but I already went through the small little cutscene that they have when you come to this teleport waypoint because I was already here.
After crossing all that sand and water, we finally made it! Oh, this must be Fontaine's port!
It's so pretty, man.
Wow. Everything looks so advanced in Fontaine!
It really
I've
does.
heard that the industry here is extremely developed, and there are all kinds of unusual machines!
So I heard, and it's about what I imagined. It's even more impressive than I expected. I'll say that
Seeing
one.
the sights as a tourist is nice.
Yeah,
but
sure, Pablo.
Maybe it would be better if we found something to do. What do you think?
Let's start by meeting the Hydro Archon.
Yeah, Nahida gave us loads of useful information.
I'm scared to meet her, low-key, I'm not gonna lie.
The 7 is probably still our best source for information at this point.
Our journey is to find my sibling and also to find the truth.
Yeah, the more we can learn, the better. So, what do you think the Hydro Archon's like? Will we get along? Nahida said that she has a very unique personality, whatever that means.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
To learn about a nation's god, start with the nation's people. There seems to be some locals talking over there. Let's go see if we can join the party.
Okay. I feel like they're not gonna like us.
If you ask me, it's a tragedy how things ended for him. Clearly, he was a pretty decent person.
Yeah,
Oh, no,
I
did
didn't
somebody?
expect that kind of ending for him. I thought he would at least fight on a little longer for his family. I was expecting a sudden plot twist, but it's a pity that it never happened. Still, his
Oh, is
story
it about a
quite
book?
the tearjerker.
This is gonna be about a book.
Excuse me. Can I help you two? I couldn't help but notice you standing here listening.
Hey.
Hi, we're travelers new to Fontaine, and we had something we wanted to ask, but you seem to be really busy talking about some kind of play, so we didn't
OMG,
wanna
you
interrupt.
started.
Play?
Oh.
Oh, no. We're talking about something that really happened. In fact, it's a case that was just heard a few days ago.
Ah, so not a play, right? But this is what I actually thought it was gonna be at first. There's a trial. Probably something for Farina's entertainment.
Really? Like, a real trial? But the way you were talking about it and the words you used just now made it sound like some kind of story.
Well, good tales are often based on true stories, aren't they? And what you see in reality may also be someone deliberately putting on an act while harboring ulterior motives. Whether something is true or not simply isn't that important. The main thing
Okay.
is whether the story being acted out on the stage is splendid enough.
Okay.
Oh, but it looks like you're not from around here. You probably don't know that the Fontaine Court of Justice is called the Opera Epiclese, or more commonly known as just the Opera House.
Interesting. So they see trials as a sort of opera.
But, shouldn't court cases be treated a little more seriously than that?
You would think
Not
so.
to question Fontaine's way of doing things. It's just that putting someone on trial is usually a very serious thing.
No worries. Other visitors to Fontaine have wondered the same thing. You could say that we just don't want to waste the moving stories behind those cases. And as for your worries about whether the cases are treated with due reverence, we have the absolutely just and honorable Chief Justice Neuvillette, as well as the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal, a machine
Such
created
a
by
long
the
name.
Archon. Between the machine and the Chief Justice, false charges and injustice are a thing of the past now.
Okay, sure. A judgment device created by the Archon, so this is the nation of justice.
Oratrice? Is it some kind of machine too? Oh, Paimon's curious. We should check it out if we get the chance. Wait, Paimon almost forgot to ask you our question. Do you know what we should do if we want to meet the Hydro Archon?
Oh, that's easy. Just go to the Opera House. Lady Farina practically lives there. You could definitely say it's her biggest passion.
I think what they mean is that they wish to speak with the Archon personally. In that case, I am afraid it's going to be a tad more difficult. You'll have to make an appointment well in advance, and it'll depend on whether or not she has any time slots available.
Make an appointment?
Huh. Is the Hydro Archon super busy taking care of official stuff? Wait, didn't you say that she's always at the Opera House?
We just have to go on trial,
No,
guys.
no. Lady Farina seldom takes an interest with the nation's affairs. The reason it's difficult to make an appointment is simply because she's incredibly popular.
That's interesting.
That's right. After all, she is the Archon. Though she may tend to get a little dramatic from time to time, people can't get enough of her.
Huh.
Huh. First time Paimon's ever heard of an Archon being described that way before.
That's what I'm saying. Let's break the law, guys. Fast track
Nuggets
appointment.
now.
For real.
The Hydro Archon is kinda like a big celebrity here, right?
Yeah, I suppose you could say that. Perhaps you could even say our mascot.
Huh?
Hang on.
That's kind of interesting,
this is still
actually.
Fontaine's Archon you're talking about. You should show some more respect.
Yes, you're right. I guess I should at least try to be a little more respectful in front of visitors.
In front
Otherwise,
of visitors,
I
though.
might get arrested and find myself face to face with Monsieur Nouvelette.
All right, guys. Now you know how to become
Come on.
go face to face
Sure,
with
there's
him.
a lot of laws here, but nobody's going to be arrested for saying something disrespectful about the Hydro Archon.
Seems the people of Fontaine really like the Hydro Archon, but they don't appear to revere her.
Alright, I think we get it. Thank you! At least we now know that we can find the Hydro Archon at the Opera House.
Look at our face. We're like deep in thought right now.
Who knows how long making an appointment will take? Guess we could have a look around the city in the meantime. Hey! What are you looking over there for?
Something sus going on. There's a girl over there. She's been standing alone for quite some time.
Huh. Maybe
There
something's
she
the
is.
matter. She isn't going to jump into the water, is she?
I mean, I'm sure she can swim.
Maybe we better go check on her.
So Lynette is the first Fontaine character that we meet in person. Like, actual, like, playable character, right? Oh my god. Wait, Lynette be Lynette right now. Wait. Anyways.
Hello there. Excuse me. Are you alright?
Huh? Ah, I'm fine. Thanks.
This is how the Totore feels
Okay
for
then.
real.
We just noticed that you seem to be worried about something.
About
she?
many things, actually. But there's nothing I can do but just keep my troubles to myself. I was just reminiscing about a place my brother and I would play when we were kids. It was just atop that hill over there. See?
In Sumeru? Huh.
You're pointing at the sea. Wait, are you saying that you and your brother
Oh.
lived in the water?
Maybe they're mermaids or a fantastical race from Fontaine?
No people call the waters around Fontaine a sea. It's actually just an inland lake that's filled with fresh water. And
Okay.
though I can still see that hill clearly in my memories, now it's been completely submerged.
Oh.
He would skip and jump, tossing sand in the wind. The sun shone brightly, and the air was filled with the scent of the sea. But now, the water is gradually swallowing our memories. It won't be long before it swallows us.
Rising sea line, guys.
Sorry, Paimon doesn't really get what you mean.
Ah, I don't believe we've had the pleasure of
Liddy!
meeting. Are you Lynette's new friends?
Yes.
Oh, and you are?
Let me see
Thanks
this
for
beautiful
looking after my
introduction.
sister. She often comes here to reminisce about our childhood, that's all. There's no need for any concern. Oh, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Linny, and this is my sister Lynette.
They
if
look
I had
so
to
cute.
guess, I'd say you must be travelers from abroad.
A good guess, brother.
Nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. We just arrived in Fontaine.
Hi.
We were just talking with your sister. Even though we didn't really get what she was saying.
I see. It's unusual for Lynette to be so willing to talk with anyone. In fact, she seldom speaks at all. I'm usually the only one she ever talks to.
They're so
really?
cute,
Then
guys.
you two are just like us. Paimon's always the one talking for some reason.
Bro, I wish you weren't, though. Like, honestly. Ugh. Bruh. Also, hi James, welcome in, and Rishi, welcome in. How are you guys? I hope you're doing well today. Yeah, we're fixing every nation. Hi crew, welcome in. Hello, hello. Okay, there's hardly anything left for me to say with you around Paimon because you always steal all my lines.
So that's how you think it is?
I also think my brother can be too talkative at times.
That look!
Seems you were right, Paimon. We are quite similar.
I love this.
So, what did Lynette mean just now when she said that the water is engulfing your memories? And that it won't be long before it engulfs you too?
Oh, that. It's from a prophecy that's been circulating in Fontaine for some time now. Well, I suppose prophecy isn't exactly the right word, because that implies a certain amount of uncertainty. There's no doubt about what's happening in Fontaine now.
What's happening in Fontaine?
Where to begin? Let's put that question on hold for a moment. We still haven't formally greeted each other yet, have we?
Did all the introductions earlier not count?
Hello, traveler.
Hello, Lenny. It's a pleasure to meet you. Really, stop trolling.
And hello, Paimon.
I know, the fact that this is Blade's VA is
Why
crazy.
not get a handshake? You're not poking fun at Paimon, are you?
Please, don't take offense. Just consider it a sort of etiquette we have here in Fontaine when making new friends. You should remember it. It might prove
Okay.
useful.
Oh, alright then. Well, Paimon's just happy to have a local friend now.
Yeah, this is
By the
Blade's
way,
English
we were
VA.
just getting ready to go to the Opera House to meet the Hydro Archon. Would you be able to show us the way?
That deck of cards as a weapon would have been
So
sick.
you're going to see Lady Farina? No problem at all. In fact, I was planning to go to the Opera House later myself. I'll gladly take you once I finish things here.
Okay.
Please, follow me.
I like him, actually. I like his personality. It's cool. He's very sweet so far. But I can't tell if he's, like, trustworthy yet. No worries, Josh. Thank you for the lyric. I appreciate you. Can we walk a little bit faster, Linny? Thank you. The Melusines are cute. I'm not pulling for him,
You said
though.
you were going to see Lady Farina? Well, it seems Lady Farina has come to see you.
No way. No way she's here already. Wait, I'm not ready for this. I'm not mentally prepared for this. Oh my gosh, Clorinda. I wasn't mentally prepared. I wasn't mentally prepared. Oh, hey. Hey. Hey.
So, she's the Hydro Archon? But how did she know we were looking for her?
My dear people, rich and poor, those with cup in hand and those with nothing at all, raise your glasses in celebration. If you don't have one, then just raise your hand in lieu.
Bro, I love the music. Oh my god!
As you can all see, two unfamiliar travelers have
Her
arrived
eyes look
in our
sick.
nation. Come, let us make a toast in honor of this traveler and her companion who have journeyed here from distant lands.
I'm scared, bruh.
Is she talking about us?
Okay, but how did she know? Nobody here seems to be holding a glass.
I've long heard of the turmoil and chaos you left in your wake as you visited other nations. But I
Us?
welcome you nevertheless. No, I have come to receive you personally.
She looks like she
Fear
wants to
is
slap us in the
for
face.
Insignificant cowards. I am a god, and I will never entertain the notion of such meaningless wariness.
you can be rest assured. I see clearly your sincerity. Of course, seeking an audience with me is the most sensible thing to do. It will allow you to truly behold my power and witness my authority. Intelligent people always gather under the correct banner.
Dude.
Focalor, hereby welcome you to the nation of Hydro and acknowledge the value and significance of your trip. Now, you may rejoice in this.
Bro. No, her VA crushed it. What the heck? She is wild. She's wild. Aces and Rockinsaw, thanks so much for the follows, guys. I really appreciate it. Well, finding the Archon was easy enough.
Yeah, Paimon still can't believe it. Feels like we've only been here for a few minutes.
I love
But
this music.
The Hydro Archon's entrance was, how should Paimon describe it? A little over the top?
Very theatrical.
Miss Hydro Archon? How did you know we were coming?
I see. As Outlanders, you inevitably lack even some of the most basic understanding. Don't forget that even the gods can be divided into the mediocre and the excellent. I suppose it's only natural for you to be awestruck by my abilities.
Ayo.
You had best stop and consider. Do you really have the noble qualities and etiquette necessary to communicate with a god?
She's
All
so...
it takes is a flick of my finger for me to know everything about you.
Oh my gosh, her ego is
Talk about
crazy.
sounding high and mighty.
Literally. Feels like she can't get over herself.
Oh? What's with these looks? Perhaps the welcoming ceremony still isn't enough? What else should I say?
Oh my gosh, she actually looks sick though.
Is she waiting for us to start talking?
Wow, I didn't expect to see Lady Farina here. What a surprise!
She does need to be humbled, I'm not
Does
gonna
this
cap.
mean they're the legendary blonde traveler? How did I not notice before?
Hey, what's all the commotion? Oh, is that Lady Farina? Is there some kind of drama going on?
Uh-huh.
Of course. That's the blonde traveler. The one all those stories are about. Lady Farina came here to personally see her. Oh, I bet this is going to be the duel of the century.
We're dueling? I'm
Got
down.
to see this. I knew Lady Farina would never disappoint.
I'm actually down.
Yes, but don't get too excited now. My dear believers and spectators alike tend to get quite rowdy. And despite the noise, I've come to tolerate all their ruckus.
Bro.
You may consider this my reward to all of you. I have determined that there will be an epic duel between myself and this traveler from another land, just as you were hoping to see.
I'm down.
Now she wants to fight? Aren't we getting a little ahead of ourselves?
Bring it on, bitch! I'm down! Steph, welcome back, and Win, welcome in. How are you? I hope you guys are doing well. Bring it on. Fighting gods, I've got a resume. Bro. Alright, we'll do that one. Clorinda looks really sick, by the way. Also very sick.
Are you not afraid?
No, I'm not
I
afraid.
remind you that this is a duel against the divine.
Okay, let's go
What are you
then.
trying to do, traveler? Provoking a god in front of her people?
She started it.
Stand down, Clorend. I admire her bravery. Few have the courage to draw their sword against a god. She is obviously a
You literally
true
said you wanted to duel.
Unfortunately, people nowadays only crave to be thrilled, and a mere duel will not slake their thirst for excitement.
Okay.
Yeah, she's right. Just a duel wouldn't be all that interesting.
On Arrhenius,
Okay,
criminals
dude.
are always requesting duels to defend their honor. I'm getting a bit old, to tell the truth.
You see. Then, as the god of justice, I shall face this traveler in another kind of duel. A duel in court!
No way. Are we about to lawyer up?
All right. Now that'll be worth seeing.
For real?
Right. This is Fontaine, after all. Such a grand opera house. It would be a pity not to use it.
Why do you care so much about the crowd's reactions? Seems you've spent a little too much time in the opera house.
Literally.
Besides,
I'm calling Yanfei,
how
guys.
exactly do you plan to have a duel in court? You mean you're going to put us on trial?
And we haven't committed any crimes. We literally just arrived here.
Oh, we have reason to put you on trial. It's obvious, isn't it?
Obvious?
According to Fontaine law, no one is permitted to release any flying objects within Fontaine city limits during the first 3 days of each month.
Huh?
You are clearly guilty of violating this law, no?
Oh, so that's what they've done wrong.
Are you serious?
That's our Lady Farina. No one knows the laws of Fontaine
Girl,
like
what?
she does.
You call that obvious? What kind of law is that? Wait, flying object? You mean Paimon?
That's fucked up. That's so messed up.
Precisely! Now, if you two have no objections, then in the name of the Hydro Archon, I
Alright,
order
bro.
your arrest.
Alright, I knew we were
My
gonna get arrested
apologies,
as soon as
Lady
we got
Farina.
here.
I don't mean to spoil the fun, but if you would allow me to interject,
Tell her,
I
Lenny.
don't think that Paimon here meets the definition of a flying object.
Wow, I didn't expect him to
Tell her,
speak up, I'm
Lenny.
not gonna lie.
Finally, someone who's not crazy. How could anyone call Paimon a flying object?
Crazy.
Great magician Linny, my beloved citizen. I'll permit you to object, but how exactly do you plan to prove your claim?
Bro, she's literally alive. Stop objectifying
As a magician
Paimon.
who just rained on your parade, I naturally should shoulder the responsibility of saving the show. So, with such an audience gathered here, allow me to perform a trick for everyone.
What are you doing? Huh? Wait, what is happening?
Ta-da!
Red Stringer Fate?
What's that on Paimon's back? Hey, when did you do that?
Oh, is he trying to say that Paimon's like a puppet or something? When Linny patted you on the back. And that like she's attached, or maybe like just that she's attached to us, so she's technically not a flying object because she's attached.
As you can all clearly see, Paimon should be classified as, well, something like a balloon.
That's
This
hilarious.
rope has been in the traveler's hand all along. It was just that no one could see it before.
Bruh. Not the balloon.
You call that magic? You've got to be joking.
Girl, relax. Like what?
I thought it was pretty good. Nice one.
Thanks, Etienne.
I'm not sure what to think. It seems Lady Farina's charges no longer hold water.
Oh, she's getting embarrassed. She's gonna make a scene. I bet you. She's gonna make a scene. Oh, she's laughing. Now I'm scared.
Amusing. Very amusing, Linny. Just the sort of unexpected twist that I enjoy. With you here, today's performance can finally be called complete.
Never mind, she liked it.
Performance?
Okay.
You see all this as a performance?
In which case, consider the matter of your trial resolved. The god of justice will not bring charges against an innocent person.
Okay, so she's
But
obviously not the god
when
of
there
justice, bro.
are
She's just the
valid
god of
grounds,
entertainment at this point.
I will not only judge travelers from abroad, but even the gods of other lands.
Now that is an interesting statement, ma'am.
I look forward to seeing your upcoming performance at the Opera House, Mr. Linny and Miss Lynette. That's enough for now. Toodaloo!
I feel like she's gonna regret saying that in the future, low-key. Interesting. She does have a lot of personality. I can appreciate that.
Well, that's the most unpredictable Archon Paimon's ever seen.
She was really unpredictable, that's true.
To ask her anything. But that's a problem for future Paimon. That whole scene just now was really...
Thanks for bailing us out, Linny. Did you know that was going to happen?
Don't mention it. I just happened to remember that there was such a law, so I did a little preparation.
How do you remember
just
that?
In case. I didn't think it would actually come in handy. So, now do you see what kind of god Lady Farina is?
Yeah, she's freaking
She
wild,
can be a
bro.
bit confusing at times, but she is still amenable to reason.
Confusing is a good way to put it. Is she really that reasonable?
Anyway, Paimon had no idea you were a magician, Linny. It sounded like you'll be performing at the Opera House, right?
I just know a few simple tricks I use to make a living. Lynette is my assistant.
Mm-hmm.
It will actually be my first time performing on the most prestigious stage in Fontaine, the Opera House.
Ooh.
But isn't the Opera House where criminal trials are held in Fontaine?
When there are no public trials being held, the Opera House hosts a variety of other performances. To the people of Fontaine, the line between a trial and a performance can be a little blurred.
That's so wild, dude.
And
It's actually
speaking
so
of
wild.
performances, I would be remiss to forego this opportunity gifted by fate. Might I invite the two of you to see my performance?
I'm down, personally.
My brother's always excited to make new friends.
Oh, sure.
Cute.
We don't really have anything to do now, and we wanted to go to the Opera House anyway.
I would be delighted.
Splendid. In that case, why don't we go together? I'll show you the way. I just have something to take care of first.
Okay, but like, he keeps saying that he has something to take care of, and it's making me really suspicious, guys. Is there any way I can help?
You really mean it? Then I'll take you up on your offer. This is a magical item known as a magic pocket. Perhaps you can help me distribute them to the people here.
Okay.
Huh? What are they going to use it for?
About that... You asked me before about the prophecy, right? Let me start by telling you a little more about what it entails.
Okay.
I'm not sure exactly when it began, but a prophecy has been circulating around Fontaine. It says that every person in Fontaine is born with sin. No matter how the Nation of Justice holds trial after trial, this sin cannot be absolved. Until one day, the water levels in Fontaine will rise, and the sinful people will slowly be drowned. In the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain, weeping on her throne. Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away.
That sounds pretty gloomy. Why are people in Fontaine born with sin? What is that supposed to mean?
Yeah, for real.
There are lots of guesses. Some say that the ancestors of Fontaine stole the power of the seas and stirred its wrath. Others say that the people of Fontaine never heeded the first Hydro Archon's warnings and offended Celestia. But here in Fontaine, evidence is what matters. There hasn't been concrete evidence for any of these claims, so
Dude,
they can only be regarded as
tell me more,
conjecture.
bro. Tell me more.
Even the people in Fontaine don't know what sin they committed. Wouldn't it be better just to ignore the prophecy completely? Why bother feeling guilty all the time?
Girl,
That's
they don't want to
exactly what
drown.
the people did at first. But in the last few years, the water levels in Fontaine have actually started rising.
Yeah, and that's scary as hell, dude. I need Benny and Edgar and Aaron Telf. Thank you so much for the follows, guys. I appreciate it. Welcome in. But now the water is engulfing our memories. It won't be long before it engulfs us.
Many places have already been completely submerged, and now lie beneath the sea.
Many people carry on with their lives as before and shrug it off as a natural phenomenon. But my family and I think that the people of Fontaine shouldn't ignore the possibility, which would end up sentencing them to death. We hope that at least the people who reside near the waterfront can move away before it's too late. So, we've started distributing magic pockets to them. As a magical item, these magic pockets have astonishing capacity. I'm sure they will come in handy when people are moving their belongings.
Oh, Paimon gets it! It's like preparing for a rainy day! But this is more than a bit of rain.
If the prophecy is true, then is there no way to prevent the disaster?
Perhaps only absolute power could ever contend with such a catastrophe. But who knows? We're just tiny specks in the grand scheme of things. Now, if you'd like to help, then please give these magic pockets to anyone
I don't know,
nearby.
man. That's kind of sus.
Be sure to convince them to take it, regardless of what they say.
Okay. Okay.
What's this? So you also believe in the prophecy. Keep it. I won't have any use for it.
What? You mean you don't believe in the prophecy?
No, I believe in the prophecy. But I also believe in another
Dude,
story.
what?
The story says that people once lived in the
I
ocean.
have Indy, yeah.
They were one with the ocean and couldn't live apart from it. But as time wore on, people desired to live on land and developed blood vessels, encapsulating the sea within their bodies. Thus could people set foot on land. So, if you ask me, when the water rises and takes us all, it'll be like going home.
Oh, we hadn't heard that one before. But people can't live underwater. They'll die. You should probably still take it.
That's interesting.
All right, I'll take it. I guess I just feel that being dissolved into the water doesn't necessarily mean death.
Huh. I guess it's an interesting way to look at it. Okay, let's talk to this dude.
So you're the blonde traveler that everyone's been talking about. My apologies for not recognizing you earlier.
This is my homie? No, for real.
Oh, a magic pocket? Seems you really thought of everything. I guess it's better to prepare for the worst and hope for the best. Thanks. Please, also thank the magician on my behalf when
Okay, so
you
some
get the
people believe it and
chance.
some people don't? Okay.
Huh? I don't want that thing. Way I see it, if the prophecy's true, it's still gonna be a long time before the water can cover everything.
Bro, that's what you think.
Life is all about living in the moment. What use is there in worrying about the future all the time? We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
You should still take it. You never know when it'll come in handy.
Oh, all right, fine. Thanks. It's just that if I start moving, that means I've already given up on the life I have now.
Huh.
I'd really rather not.
I mean, yeah, I get that, I guess.
Oh? You already handed out all of the magic pockets? That was fast. So, what did people have to say? I bet you heard some, interesting opinions.
No kidding. Many are quite stubborn. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it so far, man. Many
Yes,
are quite
but
stubborn.
that will change once disaster strikes. I know they'll change their minds, so it's only right to help them prepare.
Yeah, I guess.
Is there anything else you need to do before we leave?
Yes, one last thing. I have the magic pockets made by a workshop in the court of Fontaine. Since we're out and about, I was thinking about bringing him some more materials.
So, you want to collect materials? Just tell us what the materials look like and we'll help. Many hands make light work.
Oh, that would be much appreciated. We'll need some romaritime flowers. I remember
Dude, I have
seeing them
tons.
near the waterfront on the east side of the harbor.
I have tons. And the Archon is really interesting. She's really interesting. Her personality is so different from like most of the other Archons that we've met so far, so I like it. Oh, never mind. Good they are here.
It seems we have to use Hydro to collect romaritime flowers.
Take it easy.
Okay. Act 1 is long as fuck. I've heard that Act 2 is even longer though. Is that true?
You made quick work of that. I can tell you're an experienced traveler.
Yes, I
I've also
am.
finished collecting a few here. Maybe next time you'll feel like helping too, Lynette.
No way. I'm in power-saving mode today.
Why does she talk like a
Otherwise,
robot?
I fear I may not have any energy left for the performance at the Opera House.
I mean, like, I understand. I get it, right?
Fine.
But
Though the performance is still a long way off. Now that we're finished here, we should get ready to head back to the court of Fontaine.
okay.
So, we're going to the court of Fontaine before we head to the Opera House? Good. Paimon wants a tour of Fontaine's largest city and try...
Huh? Oh, the way they did that was really
Wait,
awkward.
shh. Have you noticed that person over there? The young girl.
Huh? What's wrong with her? Paimon didn't notice anything.
She's obviously a thief.
Hey, yo.
Magicians and thieves practice similar methods. We divert attention, and a distracted audience is one that won't discover what you're really doing. Watch her movements carefully.
Damn, she's trying to be sneaky? Guys, don't try this at home.
Oh, he's right.
Shh, keep your voice down. We need to think of a way to catch her, but it seems she's very alert. Perhaps we should split up.
Okay, sure.
You two can ride the lift over there and wait up top. I bet that'll be her escape route if she tries to run.
Thank you for the 5 gifted subs, Anonymous. I appreciate it. Thank you. What the heck? Understood.
All
Leave
right,
it to
let's
me.
go.
Okay. Bro, now I gotta ride up this slow-ass lift, I swear.
This is the spot where Linny wanted us to wait.
Oh, there she is. Looking sus as heck.
Look! Isn't that her?
Get ready to stop her. Time to make the arrest. Well, we're not technically arresting her, right? We're just stopping her.
Oh no! Did she notice us? She started running the other direction! What should we do? Should we chase her?
Our job is to block this path. The rest is up to Linny.
You're right. She might also be trying to lure us away.
You wait, but there's no sign of the thief.
Nothing's happened for a while now. Paimon wonders if Linny caught the thief.
Seems there's no reason for us to stay here. Let's go find Linny.
Let's go.
Okay. Okay. No, I really like the twins' designs. They're cute. Chaotic, welcome in, by the way. Hello, hello. I think for the stretch, Ricardo. I appreciate it. Welcome in, welcome in. Okay. Is this a Sumeru dude? What are you doing here, little bro? I'm not gonna ask you, but maybe later I will. Jason.
Are you sure that's all she took? You should check to make sure you're not missing anything else.
Okay.
No, that was all. Oh, I can't thank you enough. I didn't notice a thing earlier.
Did he just take it back from her
Anyway,
without saying anything?
I should be going now. Thanks again.
Like, take the stuff back from the thief?
Were you returning what the thief had stolen?
That's right. Pity I wasn't able to catch her. She distracted me by dropping the thing she stole on the ground. By the time I looked back, she was already gone.
I saw the general direction she went, but Linny twisted his ankle, and I needed to make sure he was okay.
Damn, boy.
Oh, did you get hurt, Linny?
I'll be all right. It's just a twisted ankle, that's all. In fact, it's feeling better already.
If you want to play at being a hero, at least try not to get hurt doing it. Imagine what would happen if you managed to derail our performance as a result.
Why is she saying that?
You're
Like he gets hurt often or something.
Sorry, Lynette. I have to admit that the thief was even more skilled than I had anticipated. But at least we were able to get the stolen items back, so it wasn't a complete failure.
Okay.
What a slippery little thief. Guess things turned out all right in the end, though. Linny's initiative paid off.
All right, let's put this little detour behind us. We should go to the court of Fontaine now.
Yeah, please. I'm down. I'm very down. I feel like the start of Archon quests are always like a little bit slow before they start ramping up. Let's ride the Aquabus. I've already ridden the Aquabus once though, so but I guess we're gonna ride it again.
So, this thing to go into the city? What an ingenious way to get around! People in Fontaine really know how to use water.
This is an aqua bus. It allows people to travel between several key locations around Fontaine.
The aqua bus is fun
It's
to ride
pretty
as well.
convenient, but the ride can become a little dull after a while. The scenery is always the same. That's why it's better to travel with friends.
So you mean it's still boring even when I'm riding with you?
Damn. Damn.
No, that's not what I meant. It's just that, well, you don't really talk that much. Besides, it doesn't really feel like a real trip when it's just the two of us. It's the same as being at home.
Damn. The voice acting's really good.
Whatever.
Though. Aw. Hi, Dawn. Welcome
Guess that's what
in.
it's like to be an older brother.
It's about time for us to leave. Let's get on board.
Okay. No, yeah, I really like their dynamic a lot. Who is that? Oh, Charlotte! I saw Baguette on like Wednesday or something, Eve.
Huh?
What? Traveler! Paimon!
Charlotte!
It's Charlotte.
Oh, I never guessed I'd bump into you while riding the aqua bus. In the story of my life, this is big news. What are you doing in Fontaine? I didn't hear anything about you paying us a visit.
Yeah, it's quite the coincidence. But as travelers, we're always on the move. It's not surprising that nobody knew we were coming. Though we still have no idea how the Hydro Archon knew about us. Oh, let Paimon introduce you to our new friend.
Do they not know each other? I really like the
No need
music.
for introductions, Paimon. I would recognize the great magician Linny and his assistant Lynette anywhere. I wouldn't be much of a reporter if I didn't know who they were. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Charlotte, a reporter for the Steambird.
Hi, Charlotte. I did,
Nice
Jared,
to meet
yeah.
you. From the Steambird, huh? We've often relied on your paper to promote our performances.
It's an honor to meet you.
Very sweet. This is a very sweet interaction. Thank you, by the
Now
way.
that everyone knows each other, Fontaine suddenly doesn't feel like such an unfamiliar place. So,
We
what
met
have you
her
been up
in
to
an
lately,
event
Charlotte?
before.
Any big news?
One of the TCG events.
Not too much. When there isn't any breaking news, I mainly cover the trials at the Opera House. You can still manage to keep readers' attention as long as you tell things from a clever enough angle, even if
I
it's
love the
same
little
old
bow
topics.
on her
For
monocle.
example,
It's cute.
reporting on how a scammer once deceived vulnerable girls into relationships, or how a financial criminal was once so poor that they ate a single piece of bread for 5 days.
That would definitely get my attention, but that's not really the kind of news you're after.
You're right. Seems you know me pretty well. What I'm really after is exclusive, sensational news pieces that could shake the country. These smaller stories are a waste of my talents. Oh, I just remembered. I've been following a case lately. Well, a series of cases, actually. You mean the serial disappearances of young women case?
Huh?
That's right. These stories are the talk of the town right now, and it's probably the most mysterious case we've ever seen. If I'm the first with a draft ready to publish when the case is finally cracked, and it's the headline story in the Steambird, oh, when that happens, I bet all the other reporters will shed tears of envy. I've already gathered all kinds of materials. I just can't
Sus.
wait for the truth to be revealed.
So, what is the serial disappearances of young women case? You mean the culprit hasn't been found?
That's right. The first missing girl case happened almost 20 years ago.
20 years
And
ago?
ever since, after a period of time, another girl disappears. What the cases have in common is that the girls are all of a similar age, and that they've all vanished without a trace.
Bro,
The
huh?
scariest part is that to this day, none of the girls have ever
Dude,
been found.
what?
Many suspects have been arrested over the years in connection with this case, but shortly after each arrest, another disappearance would always happen.
Then there must be more than one criminal at work. Maybe there are copycat criminals? This is... No, okay, that's the thing, right? She's talking about this like it's some like really exciting case, and I get it because she's a journalist, but this is actually really dark and like low-key serious potentially.
Yes, it's possible.
But either way, I believe that every case has some precise truth behind it, waiting to be exposed.
Yes, I agree. And at the very least, the family of those missing girls deserves some sort of explanation.
Heck yeah, they do. 20 years ago.
I just imagined for a second what I would do if Lynette were to suddenly disappear. I'd pay any price to get her back, and then find a way to track down the culprit.
Please don't imagine that, Linny.
Oh, they're sweet. Continue talking on the aqua bus, and before you know it, you're arriving at your destination. I like Lynette's voice actor as well.
Hey, we're almost there, look!
It looks so good, man. Fontaine, like the court of Fontaine City is so huge. Oh, the music. I love it. I really, really love the vocals they added at the beginning of it. Makes it really haunting in a way, you know? Yeah, no, they've been doing a really, really good job in many ways, I would say, honestly. I want to know where he is, though, Venus. I do want to see Femine. It's okay that he's not here right now, but I can't wait to see him at the same time.
I really enjoyed chatting with you. Life should be full of pleasant little surprises like this.
Real.
Yeah, us as well. The ride went by too quickly.
I have an interview to get to. I should get going before I'm late.
Okay, Hyman hopes we can chat again soon, Charlotte. See ya!
Bye!
Bye now. Oh, be sure to stop by and see me at the Steambird when you have time.
Okay.
What a tough job. Always running around and interviewing everyone. Well, where should we go now?
If you don't mind, how about we stop by my home first? Besides, I still have all the materials we
We're gonna
collected.
see their house? I want to.
Sure, we wouldn't mind at all. This city is so huge, Paimon wouldn't know where to start anyway.
That's so freaking big. Okay, I'm glad, Blazer. Ed, thank you for the follow, by the way. Welcome in. Haunted ballroom dance vibes? I could see that for sure. This thing is so cool. I don't really understand what it's supposed to be, but it's really cool. So pretty. I really love Fontaine's architecture. The city is still really confusing to me right now, though. I have no idea where I am, like, 90% of the time. Okay, the City of Rains and Remembrance is the name of the next part of the quest. Okay. Oh, this is so pretty. I love this. Fremine!
This is our current abode.
Venus!
Ah, Fremine, you're home. Where did everyone else go?
Look
I
at
have some new
him.
friends that I would like to introduce.
Oh, they all just went out a moment ago.
They all? Are they talking about mom and dad or a bunch of other people?
I see. Everyone is getting busier now that Father will be returning soon.
Father?
I suppose that can't be helped.
Why did they put father in
Allow me to
quotation
introduce
marks?
you to my little brother, Fremine. He is a phenomenal diver.
That's hella sus.
Hello.
He's so adorable.
Nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler.
This is the end.
You sound very proud to have a diver as a brother, Linny.
That's hilarious. Lenny sure seems to have a big family.
Linny, could you come here for a moment?
Do you think they are adopted?
Hmm? What is it, Fremine? Do you have something to tell me?
It's alright, you go ahead. Is somebody watching us right now, or are we watching them from far away?
Okay, I see.
Is everything all right?
Oh, it's nothing. We were just discussing a little housework. Sorry for the interruption.
I don't believe that for a
Before
second.
I forget, the Traveler and I collected more materials to make magic pockets. Were you able to get any, Fremine?
Yes, I went diving and gathered lots of materials. I was about to give them
I
to
really
you.
love his freckles. They're
That's
so cute.
our Fremine, always quick with the underwater work. All right, I'll take these to the workshop.
Oh, it's starting to rain. Wait. Oh, look at the guy covering his head. Nah, I would love to see Mona and Fontaine, and especially like the talk of the prophecy, and she like writes for the Steambird as well.
You're right. But wasn't it clear and sunny just a moment ago? Fontaine's weather sure is weird.
I'm afraid that's just how it is here. It often rains on days where there are trials being held in the Opera House, but don't worry, it'll clear up soon enough.
I wonder why that is.
What's wrong, Fremine?
There's a legend about the rain that I tend to believe. It's said that a dragon of water once resided in Fontaine. Though we don't know where the dragon went, every time it weeps, the skies will cloud up and pour out rain.
I really think Nuvula is the dragon of water. I really think.
When I was a child, my mother told me that if I wanted to go outside and play, I should yell toward the sky at the top of my lungs. Hydro Dragon! Hydro Dragon! Don't cry!
Okay, I'm not gonna early theorize, because I don't want anybody to accidentally confirm or deny what I'm saying, but I have thoughts, okay? I have huge thoughts. Donghung is sad, bro, stop! Could that Hydro Dragon be the elemental dragon of Fontaine?
If it's an elemental dragon, then having the power to make it rain wouldn't be very unusual. Let Paimon try something. Hydro Dragon, don't cry!
No way it works.
Doesn't seem to be of any use. It is just a legend after all.
You know,
Hey,
you might
it's
be a
fine,
more
it's worth a
popular
try.
magician if you understood the concept of romanticism. Or could at least play along.
She is really dry. I kind of like
Sorry.
it though.
It might be because we've never met the Hydro Dragon. Perhaps it can't be comforted by the words of strangers.
Perhaps. Hi Jay, love you lots. And Maddie, welcome in. I hope you're doing well.
It rained for longer than I suspected. Oh, it's already getting late.
Time to get a move on, brother. We got drama to attend to.
Yeah, some preparations for the show at the Opera House. I need to find a way to catch the last aqua bus of the day. On the day of the performance, just ride the aqua bus to the island of ennieee. I'll have Lynette meet you at the fountain in front of the Opera House.
Sounds good. You go ahead. See you at the performance.
Are you leaving now?
He's so
What is it,
cute.
Fremine? I'm in a hurry. Oh, I get it. You feel nervous delivering the materials for the
He's
magic
such a
pockets,
baby.
is that it?
Hexatons,
Perhaps
welcome
we
in.
could trouble the Traveler to help us take these materials to the Beaumont workshop and deliver them to the owner there? I'm afraid that Fremine can be quite introverted. And the boss there tends
so
to be pretty
cute.
talkative. Fremine has always been a little afraid of her.
Understandable, to be honest.
Sorry for the inconvenience. I'm quite useless when it comes to such tasks.
Stop.
I'll think of a way to make it up to you.
It's okay.
No need. This will be a walk in the park for us.
Okay, he is so precious. So it'd be my favorite Archon quest so far. I'm so excited to continue, for real. I'll protect him at all costs, guys. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I will protect Fremine at all costs. He's so adorable. Hey. He's a small boy for real. First woman blacksmith in Genshin, by the way.
Oh, hello there. New customers? Looking to buy, or do you need something made? Or perhaps you're just looking for a chat with me.
Oh no, we're just here to deliver some materials. Here they are. They're for making... what were they called again?
Ah, these must be for magic pockets. I could tell right away. I've already made several orders worth now.
Huh, that's interesting. Yo, congrats, Maddie. Let's go. We love to see it. Do we need to pay?
No need. They've already prepaid several batches worth. When they told me what they'd be using them for, I even offered them a discount. But they insisted on paying the full amount, saying that I had a business to run.
Ah.
It seems both their hearts and their pockets are made of gold.
Whoa. So, is Linny actually loaded?
Where do you think he's getting this money from?
Sure, but
Arlecchino?
Maybe
Perhaps.
there's good money to be made being a magician in Fontaine.
Perhaps.
Is this machine what you use to make stuff here? It looks really advanced.
Why use your hands when a machine can do the work?
Valid.
It would be a waste not to use the latest technology. And wasting is a kind of crime.
But where does a big machine like that get its power from?
Well, it's a little complicated. I'm not sure I can put it in layman's terms for you. But basically, everything we usually use here in the city is powered by Indemnitium. It's a type of
Indemnitium.
energy that's produced from trials.
That's so interesting,
Trials
bruh.
produce energy.
Well, I'm not completely sure of all the details myself, but basically, when a trial is in session, the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale harvests people's belief in justice and converts it into energy to be used all around Fontaine.
So that's what its other function is? Paimon heard that the Oratrice was created by the Archon to make judgments. But Paimon still doesn't get it. How could something unreliable like people's beliefs be turned into a stable
for
power
real.
source for these machines?
Dude, I can't even say that once. What the heck? Marino, welcome in, by the way. Okay, well, Venti and Nahida both said the gods rely on belief to obtain power.
Oh, yeah! So that means the Hydro Archon relies on the machine to take the energy created by belief and turn it into power for all of Fontaine, right?
Even though I've
maybe.
never heard anyone really put it that way before, it sounds like it makes sense. Besides Indemnitium, we have another type of energy called Pneumosia. It isn't produced by the power of the Archon, but it is unstable by nature. Even now, it still cannot be widely used by civilians.
Okay, but like then what is it produced
I
by?
thought I'd find you hard at work, but here you are chatting the day away. Since you're already talking, I'm sure you wouldn't mind a few words.
Who the hell are
with
these
me.
guys?
You again? Didn't I already promise you that I'd have the more I owe to Confrérie of Cabriere by next month? Why are you hounding me now?
Yeah, but how do we know that you won't go running off by the end of this month? I want 50% today. Wait, no, 70%.
Damn, bro, chill. She's busy.
You.
Seems business isn't so great for the workshop. We've already finished our job and delivered the materials. Maybe now's a good time to leave?
Damn, we're just gonna dip. I mean, I guess it's understandable. You're right. Sounds like a usual case of someone owing somebody else money.
Hey, hold on. Before you go
Child!
around trying to collect payments, why don't you settle your own debts first?
Whoa, I didn't think he was gonna be
If
here that
Confrérie
soon.
of Cabriere wants to poach clients from Northland Bank, that's fine. But I'm afraid you still owe the bank a hefty sum of mora. So why don't we work things out between us first, before you get back to your little conversation here?
I love it. It's Mr.
You're
Worldwide,
from,
guys.
Northland Bank. But we said we'll pay everything we owe next month. Why are you hounding me now?
That's so funny.
Traveler, Paimon! I didn't think I'd run into you here in Fontaine. What are the chances?
We're surprised to see you too. What are you doing here in Fontaine? You didn't want to stay in Snezhnaya?
We sure seem to have run into a lot of friends today. Fontaine really is a curious place.
Long story short, I've already been in Fontaine for some time now, and honestly, things have been pretty boring.
Damn.
But it seems that fate brought our paths together today. Not only will I have some good friends here now, but ones who always seem to find trouble.
Great.
Either way you look at it, it seems things are going to get a lot more interesting now.
Pretty sure we'd want to avoid anything that you'd find interesting. Besides, our trip here has gone pretty well so far. Right, Traveler?
I think we've already weathered enough storms for now. I don't mind a little excitement every now and then. Honestly, I'm here for the excitement, so...
Hey, you, Northland Bank boy. Aren't you forgetting something?
I don't know, is
Don't
he?
interrupt. It's not often I run into the Traveler like this. Why don't you wait for me over there for a while?
So he wants
You
them to ask about
Aren't
the money?
you the one looking for us? You really expect us to sit and twiddle our thumbs while you catch up
Bro,
with
he's
your
gonna beat your
friends?
ass, like right now.
Listen to me, boy. If If you want your Mora, fine. Why don't you come and take it?
Fight,
hey,
fight,
I just
fight.
said not to interrupt. Oh, by the way, Traveler, the last time I took Tonya and Tusser ice fishing, Tusser said,
"Hey, that's
oh,
way
they're gonna
over
fight.
the
They're
line.
actually gonna fight.
All right, boys, let's see who has to pay up now."
All right, bet. Let's go. I'm down.
Can you at least let me finish one sentence? Fine. Though the bank told me not to get rough with our clients.
It's time for a fight.
You're the ones who started it. This is an act of self-defense. You two will have to be my witnesses, okay?
Alright, bet. I'm down. About to witness a murder? I'm down. Go ahead. They're all yours.
I'm unsure this won't take long.
Dude, why did I just gremlin laugh at that? Ew. Oh, I have to fight. Okay. Let me check the build. Oh, wow. That's crazy. That's crazy. No worries, AFAC. By all means, avoid spoilers. Okay, we'll talk to you later. I appreciate you.
No touch.
All right,
Shouldn't let your guard down.
Imagine if I had a C12. Okay, first of all, who am I even looking at? Yeah. It's always no blast,
What's
man.
your deal, Brad? How are you so strong if you just
I thought he said
established
bruh,
a
not
snitch
brat.
by Northland Bank? Wait, don't tell me you're...
Oh, he looks fucked up.
Oh, now you notice. It's a little late, don't you think? Just make sure you understand that you don't mess with Northland Bank. Got it?
He said Ingies.
Huh?
He's gonna get arrested. He's gonna get arrested right now, dead ass.
Huh. That was weird.
There's probably like something that like you're not allowed to use a vision in the city or some shit like that. Or maybe like something because it's a hydro vision. Bro, I don't know, but you remember how he didn't have a vision in the trailer? This is where it starts. And they're gonna bring this bitch on trial, I bet you. Anyway, what just happened? Are you feeling alright?
I'm not sure. It's as if I suddenly lost control of my hydro powers when I needed them.
Maybe, Venus.
Maybe there's something wrong with my vision?
Strange. How could that happen? First time Paimon's ever heard of someone losing control of their vision.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
Never mind. It doesn't matter. If I want to stay sharp, I shouldn't be relying too much on my vision anyway. Besides, I always have my delusion in case I need it.
You'd better not use your delusion too often. No worries, Slim. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate you. Have a good night, okay?
So what are you doing in Fontaine, child? And don't say it's work for Northland Bank.
Well, I guess it's because I've been in a bad mood lately.
So he came to Fontaine?
What kind of reason is that? Wait, since when do you feel down about anything?
I don't know. Maybe I still have a lot to learn about myself.
Oh, he's soul searching.
But recently, there seems to be some sort of restless power stirring inside of me. And I don't know why, but every now and then I feel like I'm in a terrible mood.
Huh?
Maybe you losing control of your vision just now is connected with that power you're feeling inside.
That's sus.
That is a possibility.
So about this power, do you have any idea where it came from?
I can't remember if I ever mentioned it before, but when I was 14, I fell into some unknown abyss.
Uh-huh.
It was during that time I learned nearly all of my abilities. The one who took me under her wing and taught me was named Skirk. She was always quiet and very mysterious. Nobody knew where she came from or what she had been through, and she was always very strict when teaching me combat techniques. One time, I asked her why she was willing to take me on as an apprentice. From what I could make of her answer, it was because I had awakened it, and traces of it remained on me. She said that all my combat training would be useful in the future.
But what is it? What did you awaken?
She never explained that. But my guess is that it's related to a dream I saw when I had just fallen into that
Tell
abyss.
me now.
In my dream, I was in the deepest depths of the sea, and the boundless seabed was all around me. But in front of me appeared a whale that was so massive, I felt like I couldn't breathe.
A whale? Oh, that sounds When we fought against you before, you summoned a huge
Plot
whale
twist,
to
child
meet
is the
us.
hydro dragon. The water dragon.
That's just an abstract form of a whale that I create using my elemental powers. It takes that shape because the scene I dreamt of the whale has always been stuck in my mind. I'll never forget it.
Bro.
So you used the whale as inspiration for one of your moves? Huh. Seems a little twisted to Paimon.
It's very possible that the power inside you is connected to your incident in the abyss.
So why don't you just go ask your master? Maybe she knows the answer.
Yeah,
You
I
make
was
it
thinking the
sound so
hydro
easy.
dragon maybe low-key.
Ever since the incident I experienced there, I've never stopped searching for Master Skirk and that unknown abyss. But it's been years now, and I've still found nothing. There isn't even a trace of the place where I remember falling into the abyss.
Oh, it sounds like some kind of ghost story.
For real.
Yeah, I'm out of leads at this point, but there's nothing more I can do. It seems that strange encounters in this world tend to be elusive like that. Oh, seems the time really flies when I'm talking with you. I just remembered I have somewhere else I need to be, so I should get going.
The child looking for her mother,
More
bruh.
work for the Northland Bank?
No, it's more of a personal appointment. Lately, I've been sparring with some of Fontaine's official champion duelists whenever I'm feeling bored.
He wants to fight
Official
Corin, doesn't he?
champion duelists? You mean it's their job to duel?
Yep, in Fontaine, before a criminal goes to court, they're given one chance to defend their honor by requesting a duel with an official champion duelist.
Huh.
The champion duelists are all powerful fighters selected from among the nation's best. And the duel itself is a no-holds-barred fight with no specified stopping point. So engaging in such a duel is regarded as a symbol of defending your honor. If a criminal manages to win the duel, they'll be acquitted. But if they lose, they'll have no choice but to stand trial.
Interesting.
And the worst-case scenario is that you're simply killed in the duel. Though it's rumored that Fontaine has a death penalty, from what I can tell, no one has ever been officially sentenced to death.
Are you sure?
So really, the only people who opt to duel are those who have suffered a grave injustice in being accused, or those who greatly value their honor. Otherwise, why gamble with your life?
So, do many people actually get out of their trials by winning the duel?
Apparently, it's exceedingly rare for anyone to actually win. Fontaine probably enacted this system as a way to show that the nation respects the honor of its citizens. Besides, none of the champion duelists are to be trifled with, which is exactly why I was itching to face them as soon as I got to Fontaine.
Of course he was.
Apparently, the one I'm meeting today, Clorinde, is the strongest of the champion duelists. I had been asking her for some time before she finally agreed to face me.
Do you think
today.
his vision is gonna go out while he's fighting her?
Child for ya. Paimon feels like we heard that name somewhere before.
Mm-hmm.
Clorinde.
Yes, we have. Yes, we have. There is technically a dragon in every nation, by the way, Jason. Trial by combat is so crazy. Makes sense Kurt is the strongest. She's the only one with a gun. Hi, Aspen. Welcome in, dude. How are you today? I hope you're doing well. Okay, when we met the Hydro Archon.
Oh,
I
before
remember.
I forget, I want you to have this.
Hey, yo. The vision?
Huh? Your vision? You're seriously just giving it away?
Why?
I'm just worried that it could become uncontrollable again. I'd be pretty upset if it got in the way of my duel. So, I think I'll be better off
that's
without it for now.
interesting.
Besides, I just need you to hold on to it for a short while. I'll come retrieve it when I have some time later.
Okay.
Paimon knows what you're up to. You just want an excuse to come talk to us again, don't you?
Whatever gave you that idea? I'll be in touch later.
Cute. Okay, so confirmed he definitely does not have his vision, like, for the rest of this Archon quest.
That sneaky guy. He said he's been feeling down lately, but he seemed the same as ever to Paimon. Well, since we don't have much to do for now, we might as well walk around and see the city before Linny's performance.
Okay, sure. Under Paimon's enthusiastic leadership, you walk all around the court of Fontaine.
Wow! Who could have seen that coming? The reporter who was barely around for most of the story was the murderer all along!
Damn. So you think visions really don't matter? But I feel like he probably has the mentality that he's strong enough to not use the vision. You get me? Like as a Harbinger, and I know he has this really big ego as well. But I feel like it probably depends on the people. I feel like anybody that has a vision probably feels that way, low key. Yeah, he has his delusion too. That's a good point. Don't blurt it out, Paimon. It's rude to spoil the mystery for everyone else.
Sorry. Paimon was just surprised, that's all. Whew. Paimon never saw that twist coming. The murder mystery novels here are amazing.
Never thought I'd see the day when Paimon would enjoy reading. Do you have any idea how long we were loitering here? I'm doing good, Ghostly. Thanks for asking.
The whodunits here in Fontaine are a lot different than the light novels you see from Yae Publishing House. Both have their merits, but Paimon thinks this style of novels are more, well, novel. It's so exciting to reach the moment when the mystery is uncovered, especially in the one Paimon was just reading. You should buy a copy and read it too.
I'm good. You already spoiled who the murderer is.
Sorry about that. Paimon will be more careful next time. Hey, shouldn't we be heading to the Opera House to see Linny's performance soon? It's almost time for the show to start, so we should get going.
Okay. I'm down. Is this where things start to get juicy?
Yes, so let's go ride the aquabus.
Okay. Wait, was there something that I could pick up here? Oh, a spin crystal. Don't mind if I do. I've been finding a lot of spin crystals around lately. It's great. Okay. I'm not gonna take the aquabus because I already have once. Okay, we have to meet with Lynette at the fountain. You know, I keep wanting to say Fontaine instead of Fountain because of Fontaine. It's terrible.
Whoa! Now this is fancy! The Opera Appears. What a place to hold a performance! No wonder Linny and Lynette were looking forward to it. Huh. Looks like there's a lot of people standing around the fountain up ahead.
Oh, Archon, please bless us with a bright and healthy child. We pray.
I don't know why you always feel the need to ask so much. I'll be happy as long as our child is healthy and lives a peaceful life.
Damn, low-key shade in there too,
I guess
though.
if they're our kid, then there's no doubt they'll turn out smart.
Okay. Damn.
Maybe this is one of the customs in Fontaine. There sure are a lot of couples here.
Vache.
Who? Huh?
What's wrong?
Who the hell is Vache?
Vache.
Did you just say something, Paimon?
No, Paimon didn't say anything. Are you hearing things?
Strange. Whose voice was that just now?
Welcome to the Fountain of Lucine. All the water flowing through Fontaine converges here. It's customary for newlyweds to come here and wish for children.
That's sweet.
Lynette! You scared Paimon! When did you get here?
Lenny asked me to wait here for you, remember?
Yep.
Right.
By the way, Lynette, I seem to hear a faint voice just now.
What do you mean? There are a lot of people here right now.
It seemed as if the voice was coming from the fountain.
Hey, you're not trying to scare Paimon, are you? Besides, it's the middle of the day. It's not the time for eerie things.
I see. I might be able to tell you something that could help explain the voice you heard.
Okay.
In fact, you might not be imagining things at all. I suspect that what you heard is a result of your hypersensitivity to the hydro element. Others in my family have had similar experiences.
It's because of her sensitivity to the hydro element? But what would hearing a voice have to do with elemental power?
No, for real.
When do you cry, Paimon?
Wait, what? What does that have to do with anything?
Just answer me. When do you cry?
When Paimon's really sad? Oh, and when Paimon's super happy. Oh, and also when Paimon's really, really scared.
So a lot.
Then you should understand that tears contain your most intense emotions. Like I just mentioned, the Fountain of Lucine is where all the flowing water in Fontaine converges. Even the tears that fall to the ground will eventually gather here.
Damn.
So maybe what you heard was the intense emotion coming from someone's tears.
Huh, that's an interesting explanation. I'm not sure whether I buy it, though.
So, what did the voice say?
It seemed to be calling out someone's name.
Huh. If you were hearing their emotions, then Paimon wonders what happened to them.
Rather than worrying about them, we should worry about my brother first. Don't let that calm look of his fool you. He tends to get pretty nervous just before a performance.
Poor
So
BB.
chatting with Linny might help him relax a little before he goes on stage.
Oh, right. That makes sense. Let's go in and see Linny.
Alright. Maybe that's bullshit? No, for real, right? Alright, let's go! Show me something! I want to see Nuvillette, guys. I really want to see Nuvillette. I'm so excited.
Ah, Traveler and Paimon. Good to see you. I knew you two would come.
Are you kidding? We wouldn't miss it for the world. We've been looking forward to it.
I can tell, judging by how early you've arrived. But you're actually right on time. The audience still hasn't started entering the venue yet, which means now is the perfect chance for us to take you to the best seats in the house.
But are we really gonna
Wait
get
just
the
a
best
moment.
seats in the
I'll
house
fetch
when
the
the
tickets.
Archon will probably have the best seats in the house? Like, really? True indie.
The Opera House has assigned seating, so you always have to make reservations. I've already reserved your seats, and here are your tickets.
Ooh, front row seats. Thanks, Linny.
Oh, boy.
Don't mention it. There's no need to keep thanking me.
Is it just
Hey,
me?
Lenny, could you come over here and take
Or
a
just
look
the
at this?
quality of like the visuals in
I'll
this
be right there.
cutscene, or not even cutscene, but this
Seems
quest
there's
right
an
now, like
issue
look
with the stage props
extra
over there.
good.
That's Cal, my assistant, calling me. I'll go lend him a hand.
Sure, best get busy.
Yeah, we'll just go to our seats. You go ahead, Linny.
Like the lighting on Linny's face or something, like I don't know, it just like looked extra like I don't know, it just looked really good, you know? Like I don't know how to explain it. You noticed it too, right? Okay, so it's not just me. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm so excited! Global illumination, hey, maybe. Perhaps. Do you guys see who that is? Sitting right next to me, I hope? I would recognize the back of that head anywhere. I would recognize the back of that head anywhere, for real. Pride! Alright, well, let's just go say hello, shall we? Nothing, nothing.
Seats. Come on, let's sit down.
Yeah, let's. Shall we? Oh, Paimon's just floating, bro. She's not even sitting. Oh my god, hey! Hey! That's so awkward! Shouldn't we say hello? Hey. The side eye, the side eye.
Maybe we should strike up a conversation with the person next to us. Since we're sitting together and the rest of the place is practically empty still. It's kinda awkward if we don't say anything.
You're at Paimon, isn't that usually your job? Haley, thanks for the hydrate.
Of course you put this on Paimon.
Excuse me, I did not realize you felt awkward. I am terribly sorry. I
The
would
voice
be perfectly
acting.
happy to chat with you if that is what you would like.
So smooth. Also, his eyes are sick.
So you heard all of that, did ya? Boy, you sure have good ears. Paimon thought she was keeping her voice down.
Bro, you're loud as hell.
Wait, that's not it. Paimon's sorry. Paimon's the one who was being rude, talking under her breath like that. So let's talk. But what should we talk about?
Bro, I think this is the first time that I've ever seen Paimon stumble like this. Xkaleo, thank you for the follow, by the way. I appreciate it. This is getting even more awkward.
Oh, Paimon's got it. You're also here early and sitting in the front. Are you a friend of Linny's too?
Nah, the way
A
he's sitting is dope.
friend,
Sitting
you
is
say?
dope.
Well, if Mr. Linney would like to be my friend, I would
Dude,
be
he
more
looks
than happy
sick!
to reciprocate.
He looks so sick!
Oh,
Bro.
so you're not friends with Linny then. Oh, this is getting more awkward by the second. Paimon nearly forgot to make her introduction.
Look at the traveler.
My name's Paimon, and this is the traveler. We just arrived in Fontaine.
Hey. Girly pop. Not the rich
It is
lads.
an honor to meet you two. I have heard of your deeds across Tevat.
Oh, really?
And as required by proper etiquette, I will also introduce myself. I am...
Oh, Monsieur Nervillet. What an honor it is to
Nervillet.
have you here to see my show.
Right, Angel, the
Mr.
eyes are
Linney.
so pretty.
I should say it is in fact an honor for me to see your performance in person.
Wait, he's actually a sweetie. Like, what?
Wait, Nervillet? Could he be?
Hell yeah. Jeremy, thank you for the follow, by the way. Welcome in.
I saw you all chatting just now, but it seems you still don't know who Monsieur Nervillet is. Allow me to introduce you to Fontaine's Chief Justice. That seat is always reserved for him. It wouldn't be too much to say that he's the symbol of justice and honesty here in Fontaine.
Okay.
Ooh, sorry for being so rude just now. Paimon had no idea you were such an important person.
No offense taken. Being Chief Justice is merely what I do for work. Nearly every person has their usual reserved seat, so I'm not so special, really.
He's so dope.
And by the way, I should probably let you know, even though I would prefer not to. There's someone sitting up there in the VIP seats that has been striking a pose for quite a while now. I believe she is trying to give you a most elegant and impressive first impression.
Why is she
I think you
actually
should
a
take notice of her
goofball?
sooner rather than later. Otherwise, she may become flustered.
Wait, why is she actually a goofball? What the heck?
Oh, it's Farina, the Hydro Archon. She sure has a smug and satisfied look on her face. Guess she has no idea that you saw right through her act.
Bruh.
Very good.
Morax, welcome
That
in.
is for the best. No need to pay her any more attention. We may now enjoy the show.
I love him, guys.
Huh? So is this what things are like between the Chief Justice and the Hydro Archon?
All right.
He's so
Please wait
just
just
like,
a moment longer.
okay, please
I've
appease the
pretty much
child
finished
real
my
quick, and then let's
preparations,
go
and
back
the
to what we were
performance will
doing.
start as soon as the audience has made their way to their seats.
Yay! The show's finally about to start! Paimon can hardly wait! Paimon's never seen a real live magic show before!
I'm so ready. Curtains open for the show to begin.
Ooh! They're dimming the lights! The show must be starting!
Dude, I need to shut up, actually.
Paimon will try to stay quiet.
I need to shut my mouth.
Welcome, one and all, to the Opera Epiclese. I am
Hey.
the star of today's show, Linny.
Woo!
And over here is my
Yay!
sister, Lynette, who will be working as my wonderful assistant. Please, let's give her a warm welcome.
Woo! Yay!
Hello, everyone.
Hey.
I know she may seem to be a little sleepy right now, but that's just a sign that she's nervous.
Stop, they're actually
Whatever.
adorable.
Now, some of you may be thinking, two vision holders who can freely manipulate elemental powers performing magic is not true magic at all. So, I would like to take a moment to assure you that elemental powers will have nothing to do with what you will witness on the stage today.
Okay.
Both Lynette and myself have removed our visions for the show. That way, even the gods won't be able to help us.
Okay.
Oh, good
Yours,
point.
Morax, have a
That's
good
what
one.
makes the show real magic.
Now, without further ado, let the show begin. Lynette will now exit the stage to make some preparations.
Okay.
I know you might miss her, but don't worry. She'll be coming right back on stage momentarily. Perhaps in an unexpected way. I'm sure she'll be stealing the spotlight
Is this
soon
where
enough.
that thing is gonna happen,
And
bro?
before I forget, there's one more thing I should say.
Look at all those NPCs.
You never know what can happen in the blink of an eye.
I'm scared. I'm actually a little bit scared, I'm not gonna lie.
A magician's greatest skill is making things disappear or appear. The possibilities are endless.
love it already.
Huh? But this isn't what you came for. These little tricks, you've seen them all before.
Oh shit.
So it's time for something truly extraordinary, don't you think? This one's a little tricky.
Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh.
Using this water tank, I shall make my sister vanish completely.
Oh,
right
shit.
before your very eyes. It's actually quite simple. She'll just turn into air bubbles and float right out of the top. Oh no! I told them to check all the props carefully. With the lid on, even air can't escape. An amateur magician would be getting very nervous right around now. Luckily, it's me on stage, so let me show you what a true virtuoso can do.
Okay, but like, where is she? She looked kind of scared, low-key.
Lynette, are you still there? Don't go too far. We don't want to use up all our magic.
Hi, I'm back.
Uh-huh.
Okay, they slayed. They actually slayed. They're cute. They're so cute. They're so cute. I love them. They actually are so amazing.
What in the world just happened? How did he do that? Paimon didn't seem to do anything. Wasn't Lynette inside the water tank? How did she disappear and then reappear out of nowhere?
What a show. No wonder he's a famous magician.
If we could see easily through his tricks, then that would mean that his skills are still lacking. To appreciate magic, you should focus on the show happening on stage, rather than getting caught up in trying to see that which has been intentionally hidden.
His eyes are so
That's
sick,
right.
guys.
Paimon couldn't believe her eyes when Lynette reappeared. Amazing.
Thank you, everyone. I'm glad you enjoyed that performance.
Hell yeah, I
But
did.
our magical journey has only just begun. I've prepared even more astonishing surprises for everyone here. The magic of transformation and disappearance can go far beyond what you've just seen.
Dude.
I'm sure many of you are thinking that escaping the water tank was impressive enough. But Lynette is still my assistant after all. In which case, I have ample time to make all necessary preparations. So, for my next trick, I will require the participation of one lucky audience member. Please, if my assistants could bring out the magical boxes now. There are 2 boxes and only 2 boxes. One is here, and one is there in the aisle among the audience.
Ooh, the lighting's dope.
I'm sure many of our clever audience members have already guessed our next magic trick. A swap! Our lucky audience member and I will each enter a magic box. After 1 minute, we will each emerge from the opposite box.
Okay.
Now please, everyone pay very close attention to the box you see here. Don't give me any chance to make a move.
Wow, how's he gonna do this? Hey, do you think this is all magic tricks, or does Lenny have actual superpowers?
Let's watch and see. I'm sure we can spot how he does it.
The lucky audience member will be generated by this random number selector. It selects numbers entirely at random. Even I don't know who will be chosen to participate.
Okay.
Now then, let's begin. see. Oh, row 7, seat 3. Congratulations! You now have the chance to experience magic firsthand for an entire minute.
Yay!
Please, come forward. My assistant will take you beside the magic box. I'm sorry, it
That
might
mask
be a
is
little
creepy.
cramped inside, but no need to feel nervous. We've carefully arranged everything for you to be as comfortable as possible.
Cute. Even though
You
it's
don't
small.
need to do anything, but no matter what strange things may happen, don't come out of the box. If the magic is interrupted, who knows where you might end up? You might even find yourself in the Fortress of Meripede.
You don't want that, do you?
Okay.
My reaction exactly if I were her
All
right now.
Before I enter the magic box, there is one more thing I need to ask the audience to do. Could you all give me a countdown? Like this. 60, 59, 58.
From 60? Oh,
Just
yeah, I guess
keep
you did say a minute,
counting
didn't you?
down. You can go a
Thank you for
little
the hydrate.
faster or slower if you like. I won't be able to see anything in the pitch black box, so I'll be relying on your voices to know when time is up. Oh, and no tricks now. If you quickly count from 60 in just 30 seconds, then I'll be in a tough spot.
Okay.
Ooh, Paimon kinda wants to count faster after hearing him say that.
Damn, Paimon, that's fucked. I'm sure Lenny's prepared with the whole crowd counting together. You couldn't even if you wanted to.
No, that won't do. I can see it in your eyes. You still can't be trusted. Let's practice together.
Okay.
Come on, repeat after me. 60, 59, 58.
60, 59, 58.
Oh, they're excited.
That's right, perfect.
The
Keep
music
it going.
is getting creepy.
All right, I'll see you all on the other side once you've finished counting.
Hey, yo. Yeah, Blade and Lenny share a VA is crazy. And you can get these quests when you get to Fontaine.
53, 52? Huh? Why aren't
Relax,
you counting,
Paimon.
Neverlet?
I am counting in my head. I think things are exciting enough in here as it is. Merely a consequence of my identity and personality. Do not worry about me. Just enjoy the show.
Why are his eyes so pretty?
All right. You look so serious that Paimon thought you might be feeling uncomfortable or something. 40, 39, 38.
Mr. Lenny, are you all right in there? Is everything ready?
Yes, I'm fine. I'm just double-checking the direction of the magic.
What that mean?
It would be a disaster if we get sent to the wrong places. For example, midair right above the audience.
I think that would be hilarious. Low key, but that's just
Even
me.
though he's saying that, Lenny doesn't seem nervous at all.
I think it's all part of the show. Maybe he's just supremely confident in his abilities. Huh?
What was that noise? Did you hear it too?
Did it come from the stage? Maybe it was just to divert our attention.
Not sure. Anyway, it doesn't seem like anyone's worried about it.
25, 24, 23. What's wrong, Mr. Lenny? I can still hear you moving in there.
I
Dude.
seem to have accidentally knocked over a decoration. I'm trying to fix it, but it's pitch black in here. I can't tell left from right.
Never mind the decorations. There's no time for that. The show is what's important.
What is he cooking for real?
No, that's unacceptable. I want my show to be perfect. Don't worry, we still have 20 seconds. Hear them counting?
19, 18, 17.
It seems things aren't quite going as planned. I apologize, everyone.
It's probably gonna be fine,
It
bruh.
feels like you're all starting to count faster, but that's all right. I know it can be tiring to do such a long countdown.
Yeah, he's playing up the drama for
10
sure.
seconds and change is still plenty of time.
Let's see.
10,
Almost there now. Whew. Swapping two people is harder work than you might think. Even a master magician like me can't guarantee I'll get it right the first time. Hey, wait! Is this the back one? I can't tell. They both look the same inside. Huh? No, that's not it. I'll try again.
7,
Hey, slow down! Honestly!
5, 4, 3,
Whoops! That doesn't count!
That was cute. cute. This is so cute. Are you kidding me? Wait, but show the girl. Oh my god, now I'm kind of scared. Hello? Hello?
Is this part of the show? Mr. Lenny, you're going to use magic to fix the stage now, right?
What happened?
Oh, girl.
Oh no. Maybe this isn't part of the show.
Is she okay? I saw an arm under that.
Right?
This performance is over. Medical staff with me. Guards, secure the scene and detain all the performers. Seal the exits. No one is allowed in or out at this time.
Oh, bitch. Trial time!
Yes, that's right.
Okay, I'm not excited, but I'm...
If this was just an accident, then we
I don't
must
know.
investigate
I'm
the
feeling
cause.
confused right now, okay?
But if this was all part of some scheme, then those accountable will not escape the judgment of the God of Justice.
No need to be alarmed, you two. We'll get to the bottom of this soon enough.
Bro, he could make me feel so safe, like, no matter what was happening, I swear. The guards complete their investigation. Goofy Lemon, thank you for the follow, by the way.
Unfortunately,
Welcome
the person
in.
who is in the magic box has been pronounced dead. His name was Cowell, one of the assistants in Linny's magic troupe. Apparently,
my
the
fucking God,
fireworks
he
on
fucking
stage
dead.
ignited the ropes that were suspending the water tank, which then caused the tank to fall onto the stage. As of now, we are still not sure why we found Cowell in the box, rather than the guest from the audience.
Okay, but where's
And
she
after
at?
an initial search of the area, the guards have confirmed that the girl is nowhere to be found. It appears that this incident was not merely some mishap with the performance. And there are many indications that it is connected with the case of the serial disappearances of young women.
I almost forgot about that.
The serial disappearances case?
I actually almost forgot about that.
Charlotte mentioned before.
Oh shit. This is fucked. This is so fucked up. Holy. Okay, guys. Well, I know I wanted drama, but I wanted drama to not happen to innocent people. Okay? Like, damn. Okay, well, to pull it off like this in front of an audience, including the Archon and Chief Justice.
I know the truth. I can see through the whole thing. Really.
She looks
Using
insane.
such a shallow and obvious mystery as his finale. Did he really underestimate us that badly? I say that our powerful magician, Mr. Lenny, is now the prime suspect for the serial disappearances case.
Bro!
Why me? This whole thing was an accident.
Leave him be!
Oh, this all occurred during your magic show, did it not? The missing girl disappeared after being chosen, did she not? The deceased is one of your assistants, is he not? Now
Okay,
that
voice
I
acting
think
is so
about
good.
it, that whole speech about magicians making things disappear was nothing more than a provocation, a bald-faced challenge.
That can't be right. How can Lenny do this? He was in the box on the stage the entire time. We can even hear his voice. Besides, before the show, he told us that he would like to catch the criminal behind the disappearances. He couldn't possibly mean catching himself.
He's a suspect at most. It's hard to believe all this happened during the show. Bro.
Save discussion for a later time, please. Lady Farina, may I assume that your comments just now constitute an accusation against Mr. Lenny and his associates, and that you are pressing charges?
I just think that well, I think it might be a little early to talk about formally pressing charges.
Okay.
But what Lady
So,
Farina
Navia,
said
where's
just
the
now
pants?
makes perfect
Got
sense. Looks like she's gonna personally deliver justice.
A kidnapping and murder carried out under the cover of a magic show. Lady
Bro.
Farina said it all.
I mean, of course, my dear people. But what excites me even more than the obvious truth before our eyes is the opponent I'll be facing.
Bro, I feel like
That's
she's
right.
gonna get...
I mean you, Traveler. You'll support Linny, won't you? After all, he was the one who helped you the first time we
Bro.
met.
I don't know, something's definitely up. I feel like she is gonna get like... How can I explain this? I feel like she's gonna have a rude awakening at some point, low-key. Heal, thank you for the lurk, by the way. I trust Linny.
Then there's no problem at all. You know, the Traveler and I already had a duel the first time we met. But with Linny's help, our little duel ended in a draw. But draws really are the most boring possible outcome. So, no more draws. Between the two of us, there must be a clear winner and loser. And what better place to hold such a riveting showdown and decide the true victor than here, on the grandest of stages, the Opera Epiclese.
Okay.
It wasn't a draw. She obviously lost last time.
I understand. Charges have now been pressed, and as such, a trial is in order. Well, Traveler, seems Lady Farina has set you in her sights. But putting her dramatic rhetoric aside for a moment, I would like to ask you, are you willing to act as Mr. Linny's attorney and defend him in this case?
Alright, bro, let's do it. I'm definitely qualified.
Very well. The trial will be held a day from now in the Opera House. Both sides may investigate the scene to build their cases and search for the truth. Linny and his troupe are all potential suspects and shall remain within the Opera House.
Damn.
The audience may begin to leave in an orderly fashion once they have been cleared by the guards.
A day isn't that long. Let's see what kind of case this big shot Outlander can build in such a short amount of time. I'm really quite looking forward.
She's
to
insane,
hearing
for
it.
real, for real. No worries, Venus. Have a good one. Everyone is dismissed and the audience begins to leave, along with Farina and Nuvulette. Okay.
Linny!
Dude, this is crazy.
Sorry about everything that happened just now. Were you frightened?
Of course! Who wouldn't be scared after witnessing an accident like that?
Dude, for real, he's literally dead.
Yeah, I'm a little shaken up myself. How could this happen? And poor Cal. I know you already claimed that you would defend me, but now it's just us talking. Tell me, do you think I could possibly be the murderer?
No.
Good to hear. Thank you so much for trusting me. I'm sure everyone sees me as the biggest suspect at this point. But if you ask me, the whole thing is mysteries layered upon mysteries, such that all that's left is confusion. I don't know whether what happened there on the stage was purely an accident or not, and I don't know why poor Cal was in the box.
Yeah,
As
for
for how
real.
that girl chosen from the audience could suddenly disappear, I'm afraid I don't have any answers either. If someone tampered with my performance, then we need to figure out what they did. Even a skilled and knowledgeable magician like myself couldn't pull all that off in just 1 minute.
Yes, it is very strange, but there's no denying what happened.
Which is precisely why we need to investigate! As this book says, the impossible could not have happened. Whatever happened must have been that which is possible.
Oh my god. Where did you get those glasses?
Paimon bought them when we were reading at the bookshop in the city earlier. Pretty cool, huh? Don't worry, Paimon used her own savings to buy them. It wasn't from our travel funds.
I think they look cute on you, Paimon.
You have good taste, Lynette.
That's the right attitude.
Bro,
Feeling
I love
depressed
it.
isn't going to help me now. I need to get back to my normal self.
Poor Linny, dude.
But
Imagine
with
he
the
actually
guards
did it,
watching our
though.
every move, it's going to be especially
I
difficult
doubt it,
for
though.
Lynette
I
and
really
I
do
to
doubt
prove
it.
our own innocence.
Bruh.
Good thing you agreed to be our attorneys. Thanks for that. We'll be counting on you.
Yes, thank you so much.
I won't let you down. I'm used to this sort of thing, bruh.
Just leave it to us.
Okay.
Oh, since we're going to start investigating, Paimon has a question first. Where did Lynette go during the performance?
Ah, well, I'm afraid that would involve some of our essential trade secrets as magicians.
The secrets behind our magic are past saving, Linny.
She's so sensible.
I suppose you're right. The truth behind our tricks is going to be important evidence that will be weighted during the trial. 'Tis truly a pity.
Aww.
As a magician, our magic show is a work of art. We've poured countless hours and spared no effort in perfecting it. But if revealing our secrets will help you uncover the truth behind what happened, then it will be well worth it. We should go somewhere else if we're going to discuss our magic tricks. We'll go speak with the guards, and in the meantime, you can go investigate the stage and the seating areas.
Sorry, I didn't mean to make you go away
The
twice.
investigation teams are still here. Detective Paimon is on the case.
She looks so goofy. I hope she keeps this on for the entire time, bro.
Hello, officer. How's the investigation going?
She still has them on. We're Linny and Lynette's attorneys.
I see. You must be the traveler that Lady Farina mentioned.
As me.
Listen, I'll be perfectly honest with you. I'd avoid getting mixed up in this whirlpool of a mess if I were you.
Whirlpool, get it? Because we're in Fontaine?
Come with me and you'll see.
Oh? Come with me.
The deceased is one of Linny's assistants, named Cal. Even though he hadn't joined the troupe long, he was hardworking and everyone generally liked him.
Yeah, this is really sad,
The
though.
assistants are usually in charge of setting up and inspecting the props, as well as assisting with the show and keeping the crowd engaged.
Oh,
As
the
you
line.
probably saw when you were in the audience, the water tank suddenly fell and smashed the box with Cowl inside it.
But why was Cowl inside? Wasn't the girl supposed to be in there?
This is the real mystery. We've already searched the scene
Gumby.
and were unable to find any traces of the girl. However, if you look carefully, the box was positioned directly under the water tank. The ropes holding the tank were then burned by the pyrotechnics on stage, causing them to snap. All these factors lining up so perfectly makes it hard to see this as a mere accident. If anything, the more logical explanation is that the whole incident was intentionally planned, and Linny is the most likely person to have access to all these areas.
But he doesn't have a motive.
I can't take her seriously, but I love
Are
it.
you both good friends of his?
Well, you can't say we're good friends, but we've known each other for a little while.
So in just a short time, he was not only able to win your trust, but even
True,
convince
Aspen.
you to act as his attorneys. I know there's no such thing as magic. The real trick of a magician is holding the audience in the palm of their hand.
Damn, Esmond. Okay,
I've
who
seen
hurt
a
you?
lot of cases, and I
Oh,
can tell you
that's probably
that
why.
people are the least reliable kind of evidence.
But that's not always true. People can also be the most reliable.
Sorry,
evidence.
I tend to be pretty straightforward. Just know that I'm warning you for your own good.
Thanks,
Anyway,
I guess.
you may investigate the scene of the crime yourselves if you're curious. Who knows, maybe you'll be able to come up with some new evidence.
You can use the case record to confirm your current evidence and clue collection situation and sort case-related information. You can check as yet undiscovered evidence and clues in the case record, then investigate the corresponding area to locate them. Use the perception skill to find evidence and clues that can be investigated within a certain radius around yourself. This will advance your overall progress. Okay. The investigation from the guards indicates that the fireworks launched at the tail end of the magic performance set the rope dangling the water tank alight, causing the tank to fall and kill Cowl, who was within it. It seems evident that Linny is the likeliest user of the prop to commit a crime. However, the reason for the victim being Cowl and the reason for the chosen lady's disappearance remain mysteries. Wait, this is really cool, guys. The deceased's identity. The deceased is one of Linny's assistants named Cowl. He was well trusted by all his colleagues. His job was setting up and inspecting the props as well as assisting with the show and keeping the crowd engaged. It's giving you Danganronpa. I've never played it, but this is really cool. Ooh, a detective in action. We got a what's it called? An achievement. Okay, examine white line. What is this perception skill? Oh, what the heck? Okay. This is where the magic box was struck. If Cal weren't inside the box at that moment, he might have dodged the falling water tank. Okay.
So this is the rope that broke and caused the water tank to fall. The rope looks pretty durable. How can it be burned through so quickly by fireworks?
So either Linny didn't realize this was a safety concern, or...
Why are you suddenly so serious, Traveler?
I'm just looking at where the rope snapped.
Whoa. Look! This bit is made from different material! Most of it was burned away, but there's still a little bit of it left.
It seems to be flammable, like a type of flash cotton.
Huh. So if a rope meant to hold something was made with that kind of material in it, then that means... Wait, why don't you write all this down? Let's take notes.
Special rope. This rope was used to suspend the water tank. It suddenly broke when the fireworks were being launched on stage. The investigation has shown that the location where the rope snapped was made of flammable material. Okay. Quite interesting indeed. Let's go talk to this dude, Maurice.
Hello there. What are you investigating?
Oh, this location has also been cordoned off because the magic troupe
Oh, wait, I can click this while I'm here? Why?
members are currently considered prime suspects. The investigation team is still collecting evidence. The seats were all booked in advance, so we were able to deduce the missing woman's identity by checking the guest list.
Could you tell us who she is? We're Linny and Lynette's attorneys.
Sure, it's not like this is confidential information. We will publish it later anyway when we petition the public to help us find the missing person. Her name is Halsey. She's a painter from Fontaine who's made a bit of a name for herself. Apparently, she wasn't a regular at the Opera House, but she'd been feeling some pressure with her work lately, which
How
made her
does he know
decide to
that?
come see the magic show.
Okay.
The magic troupe members all claim not to know her. We have looked into her social connections. It seems that she has no personal grievances or conflicts of interest with the suspects. Simply put, she wasn't related to the magic troupe at all, which matches the features of the previous serial disappearances.
Bro.
Were the victims of previous cases also chosen at random?
That's how it seems to us, in any case. Apart from the fact that they were all young women of around the same age range, there really weren't any other connections between them.
Bro, no worries, Indy. Do your thing. Maurice is kind of cool. Thanks for letting us know all of this.
No need to be so formal. If you do happen to see the missing girl, please be sure to contact us.
Dude, of course.
It is of utmost importance that we get to the bottom of these disappearances.
Okay. King, how are you? I hope you're doing well today. Welcome in. Okay. Halsey is the missing person. She's a famous painter and came to watch the magic show in order to take a break from her own creative work. She isn't known to have been entangled in quarrels with any of the members of Linny's magic troupe. I know, right, Gruner? I was thinking the same thing, low-key. Alright, what's going on over here? Esmond?
Go ahead, have a look around. In the end, we're both after the truth.
Okay. Are you sure about that, Esmond? The broken magic box was left on the scene after the guards completed their investigation. Looking at it now, the water tank must have struck it really hard. Okay. Hi, Leslie.
The investigation team has some new findings. Turns out there's an issue with the random number selector after all.
Oh, really?
See, I told you. What if the machine picked some big guy's seat? You think the murderer would have still made his move then?
Sorry to interrupt, but we're helping Linny and Lynette with their side of the investigation. What were you saying about the number selector? There's something wrong with it?
You're trying to help them? That'll be a tall order.
Bro, that's not what we're here to talk about. Just tell us.
Lenny used the machine to pick a random member of the audience during his performance, right? The lucky girl that later disappeared. Well, we thought there might be a serious problem with the machine, so we had it taken away for further inspection.
It turns out that the seat number it picked wasn't random at all. The machine picks that same number every time. I'm sure you already know that you have to make a reservation in advance to get a seat, regardless of whether it's a trial or some performance. In other words, Linny knew who would be sitting where from the very beginning.
Okay, but did Linny know or did somebody else know?
That much checks out. Lenny reserved our seats for us, too.
Bet you see why I was saying it'd be tough to make a case for Lenny.
Thanks, sorry to bother you.
Even though it...
Yeah, we're writing it down. The device was used during Lenny's magic performance to choose the lucky number of the audience. However, the guards have found that it will generate the exact same number no matter what. Clearly, someone has tampered with it. Okay. That's clue number 1. Where else do I have to go? I have to stay in the opera Epicles though, right? Epicles? Whatever? Cannot use here. Where am I going? I'm cooking right now. Okay. Wait. No, clearly I had to do something down here. Right? Do I have to go to her seat maybe? Or the other box? I guess this box. Okay, yeah. It looks like an ordinary box, but Lenny somehow moved instantly from the stage to being inside of it. How did he do it? Can I open it? Wasn't her seat back here somewhere or something, guys? I don't know if that will really matter necessarily. Oh, I was pressing the wrong button. You know, this entire time I was trying to press this button and I pressed the wrong one. There's another one over here. Okay, hold on. Yeah, I was pressing Z by accident, Aspen, instead of E. Like a goofball.
I see that you're investigating the area. Well, it just so happens that I'm interested too.
Who the hell's this guy?
If you find any new and interesting leads, be sure to share them with me, all right?
Who are you?
We don't have too many thoughts yet.
Then why don't I tell you my hypothesis first? The way I see it. And I'll start it with that loud thud.
The thud? Oh, you mean the sound that happened during the countdown?
Yes, exactly. It wasn't terribly loud, but I suspect that most people heard it. It's just that everyone was awaiting the results of Lenny's trick with bated breath, so no one paid it much mind. But now that the incident has happened, the thud has become an important clue.
That makes sense. So, what do you make of it?
I'm of the opinion that it may have been the sound of Lenny's accomplice. Lynette, perhaps. Jumping atop the water tank, or something like that.
Wouldn't we have seen that, though?
And when the pyrotechnics went off, she cut the rope, sending the water tank crashing down.
But wasn't the noise we heard too loud for that?
Perhaps the balance wasn't right, leading to a particularly rough landing.
Then wouldn't the water tank have started to swing a bit in that case?
Oh, that's true. I suppose I must reconsider.
Yes, you should.
That does remind Paimon, though. What was with that sound?
During the switching performance, there was an audible thump that many audience members heard. Okay, we'll keep that in mind. Alright, let me actually press the right button now. Anybody else for me to investigate over here? I don't think so. Okay, last one I do is up here. Hey, yo?
Hey, you! Yes, both of you. Over here. I've been keeping an eye on you for a while now.
It's Navia! Oh my god, who the fuck are these guys?
Huh? You mean us?
That's right. If I'm not mistaken, you're also among those who wish to cut down the thorns and pursue the truth. No? And by the looks of it, you're not from Fontaine.
Hell no, I'm not from
I know
Fontaine.
more about that one, but
The music is dope.
who are you?
Have you never heard of the Spina di Rosula?
Well, now I
mediating
have.
disputes and providing protection to solving conundrums, you name it, Spina di Rosula does it. And I, Navia, have the honor of being its
Navia,
renowned
sorry.
president.
She's so pretty. She's really pretty.
Though those who play by our rules call me boss.
Boss.
I'm Silver, her attendant. Pleased to meet you.
And I'm Melus. Demoiselle's various daily needs and affairs are
It
under
reminds me of
my
Louis
purview.
Armstrong with that voice. Jeffrey, welcome in.
Mademoiselle? What gives with the names?
You can 100% pull her off as a cosplay.
Generation president.
It's because I have
Melus
blonde
and the
hair and
others
blue
are
eyes.
still used to my previous title.
My apologies, Demoiselle. Should you prefer, boss, I will endeavor to use that instead.
No, no need. You don't have to call me boss. Just Navia is fine.
I like her so far.
Okay,
She's
if you
cute.
say so. Not that we're members of Spina di Rasula anyway.
All merely trifling details. Never mind. Now, back to the situation at hand.
So you want to investigate as well?
That's right. I've always kept an eye on the serial disappearance cases. My interest stems from a matter back from my father's time.
I like her
Judging
voice.
from the look of things, I find Linny an unlikely mastermind.
Me too.
Really? We think so too. That's why we're looking for clues now. But how did you come to that conclusion?
Oh, I really like this music a lot.
Intuition, naturally. My unparalleled intuition.
She's so cute. She's so cute. Okay.
Farina sure was quick to point the finger at Linny without any decisive evidence whatsoever, wasn't she? But that's not uncommon for her. If you remember, the justice had to interrupt her and ask if she was pressing charges just to keep her from getting carried away. Anyway, a trial begins the moment someone levels charges. And, of course, there was no way Farina was going to back down in that situation.
Sounds more like you just don't trust the Hydro Archon.
Which is valid, low-key, in
Huh?
my opinion.
What's your opinion? I must admit that she can be interesting at times, but liking her doesn't mean that I'll blindly agree with her.
Well, when you put it like that.
All right, I've answered your question. Now, it's time you answer mine.
Wait a minute, did that answer count?
Well, I say it does. But don't worry, you won't hear any pointless questions from me. In your opinion, do you think it's right to treat a trial like it's an opera?
No.
Well?
Not always.
And why would that be?
Doing so makes it easy for the truth to fall by the wayside. Something serious like a trial shouldn't be treated like entertainment. I say both.
See, Silver and Malus? I told you they'd be different.
Most astute of you, demoiselle. I too think that the traveler's response was most excellent. No matter
Right,
how
Seth?
wonderful the script or how fervent the audience's expectations may be, the trials that go on stage here must be based in fact. And if that can be done, boss, then...
All right, that's quite enough, Malus. Anyway, I like your answer. You passed with flying colors.
Is
Now,
the outcome the same
I
no
need
matter
to make
which one
some
I pick?
preparations, following which our joint investigation shall commence. You two shall be my assistants.
Okay.
Wait! Since when did we become assistants?
Oh, well, I can be the assistant, sure. Or your companion, if you like. I'm really not that fussy.
That's more like it.
I think you're missing the point, Paimon. Seems you've already agreed then.
Far be it from me to brag, but I believe that Demoiselle's intuition will be instrumental in uncovering the truth. You wish to save a friend from false accusations,
Poor Linny,
and we
bro.
wish to unravel the disappearances. In this sense, our goals are aligned.
You have a point. Huh. You're quite the talker, aren't you, mister?
No, Paimon in glasses is actually so funny.
What do you think? You seem like you've got something on your mind.
The sunglasses are so funny.
I have nothing to add.
Okay.
Oh, alrighty then.
We'll be making some preparations first. Just be sure to let us know if they start revealing Linny's tricks. Thanks!
Okay. I like her. Did I check my menu for Paimon? Oh. I want her to stay like this forever. I want her to stay like this forever. It's so funny. Dude. I don't want her to take off the glasses. They're so funny. Oh my god. Koboth, I can add it later. I didn't know it existed, but I don't want to stop doing the quest to add it right now. Holy shit, that's so funny. Okay, let's talk to Tristane.
Sorry, but no one can freely enter or exit the Opera House at the moment. If you wish to leave, you must register your identity with us first.
No, we're not leaving. We're representing Linny and Lynette as attorneys, so we're investigating the case. Were you always guarding this entrance?
Yes. After the Chief Justice gave the order, everyone coming in or out must undergo a strict inspection. So, the missing girl couldn't have left from here. At least, not from that point on.
What about during the show?
I doubt there was much opportunity then, either.
How can you be so sure,
Well, because I was in charge of security near the entrance at that time. I couldn't see Linny's performance from here, which was quite a shame. Just my luck.
I don't think you want to see someone
But
die.
still, I did not abandon my post, and I stayed put no matter how loud the applause was. If someone had so much as even approached the door, I would have noticed it, let alone if they had tried to leave. We Melazines are good at that sort of thing, you know.
So, it's safe to say the girl couldn't have left through here. Alright, thank you for your help. This'll be useful info.
Okay, I'm taking notes. No one left the Opera House during the magic show, and after the incident happened, only those who had their identities cleared by the guards could leave. Hey, enjoy Clipeth, by the way.
We've checked everything of note here at the performance venue. Paimon wonders how Linny's discussion with the guards is going.
I want to go out there,
Let's
but
go see, shall
we?
we?
Go check on him.
Ooh, things are getting interesting, huh? We're about to see how magic is made.
Dude, she's chilling. Can I sit next to her? No, I can't. Okay. Like watching sports like football or basketball? Not really. They're okay sometimes, but I don't do it often.
Understood. Then I will be going with you. Just so
That's
you're
cool,
aware,
Ennieee.
I will be monitoring your actions and making notes as necessary.
Very good. Thanks for being so agreeable. I'd pull a rose out of my hat as a gift for you if I could.
He's
You
so
may spare the
charismatic.
pleasantries. I'm just doing my job.
You've arrived. Who's this?
Me? I'm Spina di Rosula's guardian angel. If you've got a problem, I've got the firepower.
I love her, man.
Sorry, I got a little carried away there. Call me Navia. I'm a partner of theirs, and we'll be helping investigate this whole situation. And these are my companions. Would you mind if they join as well?
Fine by me.
Oh,
Yeah,
new
she's really
helpers?
cool.
I would be most grateful.
Well, let's just say we're tagging along. It's not every day you get to see the secrets behind magic performed on such a large scale.
I appreciate your kind interest. Come with me. We'll be heading below stage.
Okay.
Huh? Below stage?
Yes, a world of secrets is hidden beneath this magic box, prepared specifically for this switcheroo trick.
Okay.
But before I reveal everything, you should have a look first. Notice anything strange here?
Huh?
I'm not trying to be dramatic. Remembering the details
Oh,
of a
there
trick
were
will help you
things on the
understand
ceiling
methods
before.
used to perform it more easily.
Like decorations and stuff.
Huh. Weren't there balloons and other decorations here? Where did all that go?
Ah, good eye. That said, you're still far from discovering the answer.
The back of the door isn't the same.
The back? You mean the inside of the door? What's different about it? Paimon didn't notice anything.
Of course she didn't. Phrase, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it.
Very good indeed. I thought you might not be able to catch that, given that you were sitting in the first row. The back of this door was patterned. Those patterns are now gone, replaced by a smooth wooden board. So, if you put 2 and 2 together, what do you get?
Wait, does that mean there's another box inside this one?
Exactly. All right, let's go. I'll tell you how it works as we head down.
Okay. Okay. Hold on, Aspen. I'll take a look after.
Passageway under the magic box.
And this passage linked the two boxes together.
I knew you'd figure out most of it as soon as you saw this place. The 2 magic boxes are positioned right above the 2 entrances
Wait,
of
then
the
why
tunnel.
would he... okay.
See this flatbed trolley? The box with the lucky audience member in it would be shuttled over to the other side using the trolley.
This trolley can raise and lower and even rotate, ensuring that the box will face in the right direction.
I see. So that's the purpose of the box inside another box.
Makes sense.
Precisely. The inner box would descend after the audience member was put inside and be moved along the trolley, all while the outer box would remain on stage as if nothing had ever changed.
So that's how you did it!
Once the box was lowered, the trolley would store some energy through this device here, with which it would complete the rest of the steps. The audience member would only be able to feel some slight movements in the dark, and by the time she walked out, she would already be back on stage.
Then what about your side of the trick?
Right! You were talking that whole time, and you even came out for a moment near the end!
Ah, yes. A phonograph operated by Lynette was used to achieve that effect. My assistant and I had already scripted our conversation beforehand. When the countdown began, I had already gone to the opposite box via a tunnel using that ladder.
And what about Lynette? Where was she?
I was in the mezzanine space in the back of the box.
Oh, interesting!
That's how we were able to coordinate Linny's lines with the assistant. And, by the way, I was the one who walked out of the box at the end.
Really? I mean, we are twins. All it takes is a change of clothes and no one can tell who's who.
That's kind of cute.
And that's my favorite part of this trick. Only Lynette and I can perform it.
That's cute. Just sibling things.
So that's how it all worked. Wow. Every detail you revealed was more amazing than the last.
I can tell a lot of thought was put into
Lynette
this.
would briefly walk out of the box and then go back in, jumping into the tunnel and escaping before the box on the trolley could finish ascending. And then I walk out of the other box in the audience area, and the trick would be complete. The operative word here being would. But as you saw, Cal was in the box, not our audience member. She, on the other hand, mysteriously vanished.
We really don't know how that happened.
Dang, murder mystery going on for real.
This would have been an astonishing trick. I probably never would have figured out how you pulled it off.
I mean, yeah.
And yet, to think that someone was able to use this magic trick to commit a crime.
Messed up for real. Floofy will come in, Del will come in.
I think we can come up with some more leads.
This is the scene of the crime, so Linny and Lynette are not permitted to stay here. I'll escort them back up.
Yes, of course. No need to be so strict now. I won't disappear into thin air, you know.
Thanks, everyone. We're counting on you.
Okay, let's get down to the bottom of this. Linny gave a detailed account of how the trick was supposed to work. By using a box inside a box, the idea was for the box containing the audience member to be transported across via a tunnel underneath, and Linny himself would also use this tunnel to get to the other side. Meanwhile, having changed her outfit, Lynette and her assistant would take care of onstage interactions. Oh no, Aspen. Bruh. Oh my gosh, I know, right? No, the outfits are so funny, dude. I love them. The magic box on stage has an additional layer to its rear in which Lynette and Linny's clothes remained hidden. She would appear at the end of the magic trick and lead people to believe that Linny had been able to instantly move to the box on the other side. The magic box at the center of the audience stands has 2 layers. And beneath it is an entrance to an underground tunnel. This was how the lucky audience member was meant to have been transported without the audience noticing. Okay. Let's see what we got here. A ladder is required in order to return to the magic box above. Okay. This should be the control device for the trolley. It seems to be able to operate automatically. What's this?
What's this?
Guys.
Looks like a hook tied
Navia
to
cosplay.
the end of a rope. Huh? There's all kinds of odds and ends here.
Linny didn't mention this earlier.
Perhaps it was a prop for a different trick. But why would it have been left here?
Whatever it is, let's make a note of it first.
A rope that has fallen to the ground. A metal hook has been tied to one end of this rope. Its use is unclear. Thank you, Del. No, seriously, right, Steph? Okay. Interesting. Okay.
The floor is wet. Please be careful not to slip.
Speaking of which, Why would there be water here?
Maybe it was for a trick?
Oh, Paimon knows! It's one of those tricks where you pour water into a jug and then flip the jug over only for the water to disappear? And here's a broken vase!
Being serious, by the way.
Huh. Did the trolley knock it down while moving?
That can't be. The trolley moves along tracks from start to finish. It couldn't have hit the vase at this distance.
Let's note this down too and think about it later.
She looks sick, doesn't she, Noms? I'm digging the vibes. There are many pieces of a broken flower vase on one side of the tunnel. All the water within has been spilled. Judging from the distance, it seems unlikely that it was knocked over by the trolley meant to transport the magic box. Okay.
Oh, these are the clothes that the lady chosen from the audience was wearing, right? Her clothes are here, but she's nowhere to be found.
Huh. Linny didn't mention the guest having a wardrobe change.
Right. And do you really need to do that if you're kidnapping them? Ugh. This is so confusing.
Her glasses are different.
I don't want to be a detective anymore.
Bro. The clothes belonging to Halsey, the lady who went missing, were found in the tunnel. The reason for this remains unknown. Okay, I have a feeling that it has something to do with the water, guys, but we'll see. High precision is required to complete this magic show, and tracks are perfect for making the trolley stay on its designated course. Okay. All kinds of props and costumes are haphazardly stuffed inside. And then the trolley and the vent. The trolley is crucial for transporting the magic box to the other side. The culprit must have used this to execute their plan. And then let's go look at this vent.
What is this place?
Looks like a vent.
It seems someone could fit through here.
Huh. Could this have been the suspect's escape route?
Alone, perhaps. But if they had to pull another person with them, the space would be too narrow.
But there are no other ways in or out of here.
Other than those that go through the magic boxes. And Linny and Lynette were in the 2 magic boxes.
Oh, you're right.
It's literally an Among Us moment for real. The tunnel vent looks like it could allow one person passage, barely, but leaving along with the missing lady seems an unrealistic prospect. Okay, return to the surface.
Seems we're just about done investigating down here.
Yes, let's head back up.
Okay. Oh wait, I clicked the wrong thing. Wait, control board. We looked at that already, right? Yeah, okay, we did. Return to the surface level, please.
Well, we've ascertained the state of the crime scene. Let's find a place to sort out our findings once Malus returns. Seems to me that there are several things that don't add up here.
Mm-hmm.
Apologies for the wait, demoiselle.
Dude, you took like 2 seconds.
So, what did the guards say? Did the criminal escape through the vent?
They believe the odds of that are very low, since the vent leads to the Opera House's basement.
What if they're just chilling in the Opera House basement right now?
The guards have checked the area carefully.
Oh, never mind.
No one left through the basement during the performance or after the incident, and no one was found
Never
hiding
mind.
there.
I took it back.
So the tunnel's become like a secret chamber then. You know, like the kind you usually see in novels.
It would seem so.
The plot thickens. Halsey's disappearance and Cowell's death are both quite inexplicable. No wonder Farina was so confident in her accusation. All the current evidence points toward Linny and Lynette.
In other words, the charges are very likely to be upheld unless we make some considerable progress.
Charges and then trial. So if the charges are upheld, they'll announce a sentence?
That's right. This is how a trial goes in the Opera House. During the proceedings, the Chief Justice and the Oratrice will hear statements from both sides.
The Oratrice too?
That's right. This is how Indemnitium is produced.
Aha.
The statements from both sides, the defenses from attorneys, witness testimonies, and even the audience's emotions will all be projected on the Oratrice. To put it simply, It's as if the Oratrice has its own will, and is a judge in its own right.
This also precludes any kind of favoritism on the part of the Chief Justice. And not that this has ever happened anyway.
Fascinating.
Once both sides have finished speaking, the Chief Justice will make his final decision. This, too, will be used by the Oratrice as a reference. Then, finally, the Oratrice will be consulted by officials. The result it returns is the will of justice itself.
Okay.
Huh? So that machine is the one that actually decides? Paimon thought Neverlet called the shots.
In practice, there is very little difference. Both have always come to the same judgment. Which is why people have great faith in the Chief
Watch
Justice.
this be the one time that they don't come to the same judgment.
Ah, yes. The guards also asked me to convey that none of us will be allowed to leave this place before the trial.
Huh? Why?
Because we've chosen to act as the twins' proxies. That makes us persons related to the case.
They're concerned that we might be colluding with outside parties, or that we might find outside help to disrupt the case. And even if that were not so, it could prove problematic if we happen to spread key information about the case ahead of time.
I'm ready to break out at any time.
I love this guy.
Whoa, whoa! There's no need for that! Paimon thinks they have a point. That said, are they providing food?
Of course. I just hope you don't mind the lack of options. I'm afraid that catering to all tastes is not in the cards, nor is
Understandable.
any guarantee of balanced nutrition.
Well, we're ready for smoke, for real. Now's not the time to be...
In that case, let's just sort out our findings together here. Pity. I was hoping to take you to try some of Fontaine's famous desserts, too. I mean, what better way to properly think through our findings than over some tea and sweets?
Dude, I would love that right now. Ooh. I don't know, Aspen, there's... Because... I guess she is a tall model, that's true.
Breaking out suddenly doesn't
I don't know, I
seem
guess
like
we'll
such
see.
a bad idea after
Maybe
all.
Corinne has a run for the money too, potentially. I don't know.
Just
Hi,
kidding,
Mon.
just kidding. Paimon will still do her best, even if there are no snacks.
What do you mean, no snacks? Of course we'll have snacks. If we cannot buy some, then we'll simply make some.
I love her.
Huh? Here? But how?
Understood, Demoiselle. Everyone, please come with me.
Her hair is really pretty. Pan up was a nice transition.
You're carrying a portable stove with you?
Yes, I must be prepared to meet the Demoiselle's
Wow.
baking needs whenever the fancy strikes her.
Well, I love that from him.
I have eggs, sugar, and almonds at the ready.
I love these guys.
Good work, you two. Then I'll get to it. Please sit tight for a moment. You'll get to taste my awesome snack
Dude, this
soon
is
enough.
sick. Literally let her cook.
These three are quite the interesting group.
Must be a Spirito Rosula thing. Navia methodically handles the ingredients and pulls fresh macarons out of the oven in short order. I would love a macaron right now.
Oh,
Dude.
it's even better now. Paimon can't stop drooling.
Dude. She's sick.
From
So
the way
it is
you
a mood, I
had these two
agree.
guys carrying all that stuff around, Paimon thought you'd have them
I
do
want
more
that right
during
now.
the baking
But those are
process.
big ass macaroons.
But you ended up doing the entire thing by yourself. Beating the egg whites, grinding almonds, everything.
Dude, I'm
I
hungry
was
now.
applauding.
I love this guy.
And I was giving encouraging smiles.
It's not quite what Paimon meant, but okay.
Paimon was just thinking, aren't you worried about getting your fancy dress dirty, beating egg whites and baking like this?
Well, I don't think it's carved in stone anywhere that fancy ladies can only read books, sip tea, ride horses, and play the piano. I just really enjoy
Good for
making
her, bro.
snacks.
Andy, that sounds great.
Don't underestimate beating egg whites, by the way. It's a real arm workout. You also need to beat them to just the right consistency, or your macarons will crack. Anyway, give these a try, fresh out of the oven.
Dude, I want
There's
some.
3 for each of us.
Only 3?
What are the faces on them right now?
Well, eating too many sweet treats might send all that sugar to your head. You wouldn't be able to think clearly about the case on a sugar rush, would you?
I probably could. Waleed, thank you for the follow, by the way. I appreciate it. Welcome in.
Tea is ready to be served as well. This is
I'm hungry now.
Demoiselle's favorite.
I'm not even
strong
kidding.
black tea with a floral fragrance that clears the mind and lifts the spirit.
Thank you. Why don't you take a break as well?
No need for concern. I'm merely doing as I should.
Okay.
All right then. Down to business. As Paimon mentioned previously, the tunnel seems to be something of a secret chamber. However, we can assume that Linny and Lynette were not alone within it. Some criminal also occupied its sealed confines. The magician twins could have committed the crimes, of course, but they lack any logical motive.
True.
Exactly! Why would they do such a thing right when everyone was watching?
So apart from the twins, we're left with two other people, the missing girl and the
The flower
deceased.
vase and the thud we heard during the performance could indicate some altercation between Halsey and the criminal in the tunnel, resulting in the shattering of the vase, the discarding of her clothes, and her abduction. Perhaps the criminal thought that
Right,
since she
Parth,
was
I
chosen
agree.
from the crowd, she would be too easy to identify if she was still wearing the same clothes.
Paimon thinks that makes sense, but the real trouble is...
There's no evidence that this third person even exists.
True. None of the clues we found thus far support the existence of this third person. But the only people left to consider are both technically victims, whether it's the missing girl, Halsey, or poor Cowell.
Huh. Could Halsey have secretly made modifications to the magic props in order to murder Cowell before making her escape?
But she had no way of knowing how the magic trick worked.
That's right. And even if she had tampered with the setup, she would need to understand the entire trick to pull it off. Nor does she have any motive. The guard said that she has never had any dealings with the Magic Troop's members.
Were we not thorough enough in our search? From the sound of things, this is turning into an impossible case.
Bro, I'm so curious, like how
Macarons are amazing,
are they
though,
gonna
Navia.
tie this
They
together?
smell great! They're nice and crisp and super sweet.
They are my specialty after all. And I see you've already had 5 of them.
Damn, bro.
What? 5? Oh, that can't be right. Paimon only counted 3, honest.
Please don't worry about it. At my age, a few less sweets might actually be a good thing.
Damn. Stole his freaking macaroons, bro. That's crazy.
No. Being greedy is one thing, but Paimon knows how to count.
Okay.
Besides, Paimon knows that if she ate too many, then others wouldn't have enough.
Did somebody steal them from right under their noses? It's fine. If you ate them, you ate them. Everyone knows how much you love eating.
Even you don't believe Paimon? How could you? If Paimon ate those 2 extra macarons, then may they turn into stone in her stomach.
All right, we get it. Well, I suppose one of us might have gotten too engrossed in our chat and eaten them by mistake. No big deal. Malus, set up the stove again if you would.
Huh? What are you doing?
Making sure everyone gets 3 macarons, of course.
There's really no need to do that.
Exactly. We don't want to trouble you.
As you wish, demoiselle.
And I have the egg, sugar, and almonds.
Wow. So they're okay.
Well, this really is your hobby, huh?
Navia, this is the second round of baking over. Whoa, having the discussion that follows does not yield much progress.
Well,
why did that
that's
go
it
by
for
so
snack
fast?
I'm going to have another look around the area.
Okay.
I don't know what we're looking for yet, but we've still got some time. As attorneys, I suggest the 2 of you think the case over again.
Okay.
It would be awkward if you got all tongue-tied on stage during the trial.
All right. Thanks for your help and for the snacks.
It was nothing. A small task for the Spina di Rosula. Silver, Malus, it's time to go.
Okay. Officious boy, and thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Reading test, you got a B-. What? Wow.
I'll be back if I find anything new.
Talking about Momo? Yeah, he's back there chilling. Neither Cal nor Halsey had a motive, but after having talked to Navia, the likelihood of a third person being involved seems very low too. Wait until the trial on the following day, 8 to 10. I accidentally...
Oh, it's probably gonna be a long and difficult case. There's no point in worrying about that now. We just need to prepare. Here, Take Paimon's notes. They should help you review the situation.
Should I actually look at that right now? I feel like I got it all in the vault. You know, I feel like it's all in the vault right now and I don't need to look at it. Killer Bee, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it.
How strange.
Am I missing something?
Gosh, no wonder the serial disappeared. We all heard that noise. The performance would not have been visible from where the doors were guarded. If Paimon were on duty,
Pomsy, have a good one. Thank you for stopping in. Hey, why am I missing one?
No chance Paimon could have seen, and that's why there was no third. Digging a tunnel that size wouldn't have been a problem for Paimon.
Wait, and I'm missing 2 tunnel clues as well? Is this normal? Deadass. Okay, I'm just gonna continue.
The murderer was.
Alright, let's just go, bro. Let's just go. Is normal? I bet. Let's wait till 8 a.m. Suckers. Lily, I'm so sorry I'm about to let you down. Oh my god, this poor child. This poor sweet summer child. Okay. Participate in the trial. Oh my god, I'm so excited.
What do we do? The whole situation is so confusing.
I do have some thoughts, but let's take things step by step.
Plan. Impossible things don't just happen. We'll get to the truth one way or another.
Dude, her glasses are so funny. I love it.
Just relax. Even if everyone else suspects Lenny and Lynette, at least we will be supporting them from the stands. Besides, I doubt Farina understands any more about what happened than we do.
No, for real. Sky Silvers, thank you for the follow. Welcome in.
Thanks, Navia. Well, we'll be going then.
Best of luck to you.
Bro, I'm hype. Leslie, I can't wait to see them. I think she looks good with the glasses and stash, low-key. It's so
finally,
funny.
You're back. Well, how did your investigation go?
To be honest, you might be disappointed.
No. We're already very grateful that you were willing to help.
Well, now, don't you all look disappointed? Don't tell me that your investigation came up empty-handed. That was to be expected, of course. The guilty can never produce proof of their innocence. But don't let that stop you. I shall be terribly disappointed should you, my most anticipated foe, concede so easily.
Just you wait.
Since both parties are present, I declare that the trial regarding the magic show incident is now in session.
I'm so excited!
Firstly, in order for the audience to understand the causes and results of the incident, could we please have Mr. Linney explain the trick?
Here we go.
Yes, of course. I will explain while Lynette demonstrates on stage. All the necessary items have been prepared.
Okay. Linney clearly reveals the details of the magic trick. Everyone in the audience
Thank you,
is
Mr.
stunned.
Linney. In that case, I take your statement to be that you ran to and remained hidden within the magic box in the audience stands once the trick began, and thus could not have committed the crime.
The music,
correct?
dude.
Yes, that's correct, Your Honor.
In that case, I call upon the prosecution. Lady Farina, do you wish to refute his statement in any way?
Why, of course I do. Allow me to take the first shot and break this case wide open. Mr. Linney is clearly lying.
Not the point!
There is no way you could have been in the box the whole time if you were to abduct Halsey and murder Cowell. In fact, I'd say you were hardly in that tunnel at all.
Bruh.
That is simply your hypothesis based on the presumption that I'm guilty.
You tell her, Linney!
Is that so?
The side by side?
Ask, what did you hear while you were inside?
Dude, that was sick!
Box?
The roaring countdown of the crowd, of course. That's how I kept track of the time and built anticipation for the finale.
And you didn't hear anything else at all? Nothing that might leave an impression of any kind?
No, nothing.
Dude, I love this side by side.
When the count reached 30 seconds or so, there was a thud. One so loud that I believe practically everyone heard it.
Huh?
Hey, hang on. Something's not right here.
How could Linny not know about that sound?
Yeah, I'm sure he could have heard a noise that loud from inside the box.
I was right by the box and I definitely heard the thud.
Uh-oh.
Look at those scales. Could those mean...
They probably represent the Oratrice's stand on the trial.
Well then, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to use the words of the magician himself. You never know what can happen in the blink of an eye. Indeed, it seems his alibi can also collapse in the blink of an eye. Of course, I have armed myself to do far more than smash your alibi. Confidence cannot go unfounded, and my foundations are rock solid.
I love the zoom in that they did. Oh my gosh.
Aren't you and Lynette actually from the House of the Hearth?
The House of the Hearth?
Didn't we talk about this, you guys? They're Fatui? Oh shit!
No wonder they did something like this.
So the
Are they actually though, or is she lying?
Now it all makes sense.
I've got a feeling that what happened on stage probably wasn't just an accident.
That's irrelevant. Our identities have nothing to do with what happened.
Bro.
Indeed. Then perhaps you could tell us everything that happened during that 1 minute.
Oh, I'm so invested.
Your first priority is to prove yourself innocent after all. I'm sure there is little that needs to be kept secret now. Unless your script already has holes in it.
Think, Lumion, think.
The Outlander is speechless. My, oh my, don't they look flabbergasted? Now comes the infighting and discord, I suppose. This was almost too easy. Good thing I made all those preparations. Seems the all-nighter I pulled last night is really paying off.
Hey, Linny, why didn't you tell us this before?
Linny and Lynette are Fatui.
Order,
Which we speculated,
order.
by the way.
Mr. Linny, allow me to re-establish the facts. Lady Farina has raised 2 points. First, when the thud was heard in the Opera House, you were neither in the box nor the tunnel. Second, you and Ms. Lynette are both members of the House of the Hearth. Are these claims true?
Tell us the truth. There's no doubt about a magician's ability to con others. Given how Linny has concealed his identity, this could have all been set up beforehand. Plus, Child is here in Fontaine along with other house operatives. There must be some scheme at work here. I've been a victim of such schemes before, and now...
Please answer my question, Mr. Linny.
I'm sorry. Yes, they're true, Your Honor.
I knew it!
Well, that's it. We might as well move on to the sentencing already.
What should we do now?
Permission to speak, Your Honor.
Granted.
My client has withheld some key information. My defense cannot proceed.
In that case, what is your request?
I request a brief adjournment. There are things that must be discussed.
Is that really necessary? They're already as good as guilty.
The defendant deceived their own attorneys. What is there left to discuss?
Order! Order, I say!
Tell them!
Your request is reasonable, and we shall adjourn.
Yeah!
This trial will reconvene in 1 hour.
Bro, he looks dope.
So you would stick to Mr. Linny's defense even after knowing what you do now? You certainly have more professionalism than I thought. In that case, my dear audience, let's allow the joy of victory to steep for a little while longer.
These things on the back of her outfit are very interesting, by the way. Okay, let's get to the bottom of this. You meet with Linny and Lynette backstage in the Opera House. Let's talk about it, guys.
Well, this is awkward. I didn't think the Hydro Archon would dig all
Bro,
that
she's
up.
literally the Hydro
I'm
Archon.
sorry, Traveler and
Like, literally, the Hydro Archon.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Paimon doesn't know where to start. We trusted you two.
I like a lot of the character designs in Fontaine. They're really
The
good.
assumption that you weren't bad guys. Not to set the wrong tone or anything.
No, she took off the glasses.
I'm very sorry. I know you're angry, and reasonably so, but please, let me explain. I know you've clashed with the Fatui several times before. I wouldn't be surprised if just hearing the word is enough to make you upset. But our organization is very large, and the Harbingers have very different personalities and goals.
Right now, we want to save people. As many as we can.
That's right. I'm sure we're on the same page when it comes to this nation and the disaster that its people might face. I knew if it weren't for our respective identities, we could become good friends. That's why I didn't wish to flat out lie to you, but chose to hide some details instead. The truth is very important, but being completely transparent about everything would see us spending more effort than we need to.
But how can we know this isn't all just another lie?
Right. So, you be the judge. Heck, if I were you, I fear that I'd even struggle to trust me at this point.
Who the fuck is Father, bro?
You met a Fatus who works as a magician, a trickster by trade. All by coincidence, too. But still, I'm asking you to trust me. I am no criminal. At least, not in this case.
Sorry. Please forgive us.
Well, you both say that, but...
Explain the other issue first. Where did you actually go while the trick was being performed?
Let's hear your answer first, and no lies now!
Of course. I'll answer any question you ask. We've been trying to find out how the Oratrice operates. We want to know why it has a consciousness. Why can it deliver sentences accurately?
Understandable.
During our investigations, we learned that the machine's core is beneath it. From that moment on, Lynette and I have been designing this box swap trick with the objective of getting close to the core.
Is that why you needed a whole minute?
That's right. In truth, the audience would take about 75 seconds to count down from 60, while I would only need 15 to get to the opposite box. So, after jumping into the tunnel, I accessed the Opera House basement via the vent, and went to investigate the room in which the core is stored.
That air vent was created during the construction of the tunnel specifically to execute this step.
And what did you find?
Well, nothing. As soon as I reached that room and was about to investigate, I heard someone's voice. Which should have been impossible, of course. I was quite certain that I was the only one in the room. That voice seemed to recognize me and tried to speak to me. I chose to err on the side of caution and retreated the way I came. On the way back, I saw the broken vase and the clothes on the ground, but the countdown was almost finished, so there wasn't time to give it any thought. After that, the homicide occurred just as you saw.
Well, that explains why you didn't hear the thud.
But why do you want to understand how the Oratrice operates?
Because of that prophecy I told you about, of course. We must know all we can about this nation's secrets in order to deal with that prophesized crisis.
That's the only way we can save everyone.
So, there you have it. The whole truth. I swear, I didn't hide anything from you this time.
Okay.
It was never my wish to proceed under this cloud of mistrust either. But like I said earlier, you can be the judge. If you want to leave because you don't trust the Fatui, there's nothing I can do to stop you.
Well, Traveler, you decide. Paimon will follow your lead however you choose.
I believe in the facts. I will defend you from these charges. I believe that judgment will be dispensed as it should.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks for giving us a chance.
The current problem is that the scales are tipped pretty badly against you two. If we want to refute the Hydro Archon's accusations, we're gonna need a seriously watertight defense.
Actually, we already have the key evidence we need. The adjournment's almost over. Let's go back.
Oh, Paimon thinks she gets what you mean.
Linny claims that he headed to the chamber containing the Oratrace core upon entering the tunnel and did not witness the crime taking place, and thus did not hear the thud. Linny claims to have heard a mysterious voice within the chamber that houses the Oratrace core within the Opera House's underground structures. Okay. I'm so curious about this mysterious voice, you guys. The brief adjournment ends and the nail-biting trial reconvenes.
Both parties have returned to their positions. Let us continue the trial.
Okay.
When last we left off, Mr. Linny acknowledged the new evidence presented by Lady Farina as fact. Therefore, Lady Farina may continue stating her reconstruction of the events.
Ugh, that took long enough.
Navia is dope.
Now then, if everyone would lend me their attention. At this stage, let's revisit that scene from Linny's perspective.
The point again, bro, I swear. Based on the opposition's account of events, you can identify loopholes in their statement. Bro. Use evidence and clues obtained during the investigation to refute any erroneous assertions of fact and replace them with new inferences. Okay. Okay. Yo, Shao, welcome in. How are you? I hope you're doing well. We're hanging by a thread for real. Okay, this is sick. Use your refutations to convince the audience and obtain more support from the people. The Oratrace will display such shifts clearly. When you find and refute all incorrect content, you can complete the cycle of refutation and unveil the truth. Ooh.
As the countdown began,
This is so cool. This is really cool.
When the flatbed trolley passed, he opened the box and got into an altercation with Halsey, which caused the loud thud.
Wait, guys, can I show you this really quick? Should I move my camera so that you guys can see that? Because this is really dope. Like the little... I just don't know where to put my camera but they look like really cool. I'm gonna try not to kill him, bro, for real. Well, I guess you can see it in the middle as well, so maybe we're okay.
He did not realize that the sound could be heard by everyone in the opera house, which is why he claimed earlier that he could not hear the sound. Finally, he used the vase to knock her out, before making her change clothes to prevent others from recognizing her. At this time, Cowell arrived in the tunnel, having heard that strange noise, and caught Linny red-handed. So Linny proceeded to knock him out too before stuffing him into that box. Afterward, Linny passed the unconscious Halsey to his accomplice through the magic box in the audience stands, before operating the devices such that Cowell's death would be ruled an accident. And there you have it. That's the truth behind what happened.
Does the defendant's side have any objections to Lady Farina's description of the events?
Literally almost everything.
The key to refuting Lady Farina is the order of events. What Linny experienced and what he saw.
Okay. It's time to see if I can figure this out, you guys. Congrats to your friend, by the way, Shao. You have to do this in the Archon quest, Dale. It does feel like a different game. It's really cool. Okay, Linny claims that he headed to the chamber containing the Oratrace core upon entering the tunnel and did not witness the crime taking place and thus did not hear the thud. Okay, I think we used that for something else. Maybe... No, maybe not. Ah! This one. I kind of want to use that, but I'm going to look and see what else I have first. Okay.
According to Linny,
He left via the vent after entering the tunnel. He couldn't have had that altercation with Halsey.
Did I do it right? How can I tell if I did it right? Because it's blue? I freaking hope so. Okay, cool. Let's do this one then, I guess. Linny entered the tunnel as the countdown began. Linny claims to have heard the mysterious voice within the chamber that houses the... Okay. Linny must have been very confused when he saw them. During the switching performance, there was an audible thump that many... No, I don't want to do this one yet because I don't think it really makes sense for me right now. Linny knocked Halsey out using the vase and removed her clothes to prevent her from being identified. However, was Linny really in the tunnel at the time? Okay, here we go. Linny claims to have heard a mysterious voice in the chamber. No. The reason for this remains unknown. Linny must have been very confused when he saw them. Okay, that's fine. That's valid. No. Oh, wait. Is this where I just say the thing about being in the chamber with the Oratrice core?
Linny went to the room that contains the Oratrice's core. This is the actual truth.
Okay, yeah. That makes sense. Fail it so we get the guillotine cutscene. Imagine. Dude, imagine. That would be so funny. Thank you, by the way, Jesse. Dude, I don't want to do it wrong. I don't want to do it wrong. I want to do it right, guys. Come on. What the heck? Poor Linny deserves to live, bro. He deserves to live. Okay. Kawa walked in on Linny, so the latter knocked him out with the vase, leading to the victim's death. The existing evidence indicates that when Linny returned to the tunnel, the crime had already taken place, and all Linny saw was... I think I'm gonna wait. They kind of do though. Yeah, the fountain looks really cool. Okay. Damn. I feel like I'm spitballing now. I kind of want to use this one. No? What the heck, man? Wait, what does this say again? Kyle walked in on Linny. Maybe it's the clothes? Okay,
Linny
yeah.
did not take part in the underground altercation. He only witnessed traces of the aftermath.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
Attention! Ace Detective Paimon has something to say!
Okay, Paimon, Ace Detective Paimon.
When the countdown started, Linny did indeed go into the tunnel. But he immediately used a vent to access the Opera House basement, which is where the underground core of the Oratrice is stored. Once he reached that area, he heard a voice in what should have been an empty room. Since he felt something was amiss, he returned immediately. The crime scene had already developed by the time he reached the tunnel again, and in order to complete the magic trick, he did not remain there for any length of time. Finally, he reached the surface, and that was when the accident happened from his point of view. Therefore, he's innocent!
Also, the little constellation things in the background are really cool, as a side note. That's so funny, Wiffle. Alright, the scales are rebalanced. We love to see it. We love to see it.
Paimon did it! Paimon actually managed to say all that!
Good job, Paimon.
Wasn't it awesome?
She's blushing!
In other words, you believe that he knew nothing of the incident?
That's
Yeah.
right.
Moreover, I believe my opposition's reasoning is flawed.
My reasoning?
The onstage equipment was clearly tampered with in a premeditated fashion. However, you say that Cal bumped into Linny by chance.
If that's is true, Linny only needed to kidnap the young girl to cause a new disappearance case. What would the point of killing someone on stage be?
Exactly.
They have a point.
Very good point.
That's right, you tell them! And that's why they're partners of mine.
Cute.
Managed to turn things around.
Oh, well, your denial is very strident. I'll give you that. But what proof do you have to back your claims?
Do you happen to remember how you refuted Linny's alibi initially?
Of course I do. If he had been in the magic box the whole time, how could he have not heard that sound? Why do you ask? You're saying that he wasn't?
Your claim has now become my weapon. Your claim has also become a critical clue. Wait, which one should I say? I don't know which one to say, guys. What the heck? Ah, that one. Hehe. Wait, what the fuck? Why am I here again? What the heck? Both sound badass. The weapon was dope. Gotta be on smoke. No, for real though. Okay. Am I supposed to be here for something or what? I like that this is all now irrelevant information. Okay, which is the evidence that Linny wasn't in the tunnel when the crime took place? Okay, let me see. Halsey's the missing person. She's a famous painter. Blah, 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 blah. During the switching performance, there was an audible thump that many audience members heard. No one left the opera house during the magic show, and after the incident happened, only those who had their identities cleared by the guards could leave. Okay, hold on, let me keep looking to make sure. Okay, wait, no, it has to be one of those. I think it has to be the audible thump, no?
That's right! Linny wasn't in the box or in the tunnel. That's why he didn't hear anything strange during the performance. This means that when the crime happened, Linny had already entered the basement via the vent.
Makes sense.
The same clue you used to disprove his alibi has now become the best proof! How do you like that?
Well played.
To think you'd use such logic.
Dude, this dual personality thing she's got going on is
Well
like
then,
crazy.
If it wasn't Linny who committed the crimes, then who was it?
The murderer was... Select the gear icons in the interface to check the corresponding case questions. Okay, but do we really have to be the ones to solve who did it? We just have to prove that it wasn't Linny, no? Okay, anyway. Select answers and fill all the empty gears to verify the correctness of your deduction. If you have made mistakes, you must make another selection from the remaining options. Once you have answered all the questions correctly, you can complete this logic chain. Okay, interesting. I feel like an hour and a half left. Really? Are you serious? That's so funny. But then we can see what she thinks inside her head. It is really cool. Okay, let's see. How did the culprit trigger the onstage accident? The guard's investigation report indicates that the fireworks released near the end of the show ignited and burned through the rope suspending the water tank above the stage. This caused the water tank to fall and kill Cal in the box below. If Linny is no longer under suspicion, only the other members of the troupe would have been able to tamper with the props. Linny gave a detailed account of how the trick was supposed to work. By using a box inside a box, the idea was for the box containing the audience member to be transported across via a tunnel underneath, and Linny himself would also use this tunnel to get to the other side. Having changed her outfit, Lynette and her assistant would take charge of onstage interactions. The clothes belonging to Halsey, the lady who went missing, were found in the tunnel. The reason for this remains unknown. Select any clue to view detailed information. Can I check all of them?
The deceased's name is Cowell, Linny's assistant. He would have been able to tamper with the equipment. Halsey is the missing person and an ordinary audience member. Or did she have her own scheme all along? Could there have been a third person involved? Is that really a possibility? The deceased's name is Cowell.
I want to learn more about him real quick. Hypothesis correct, Slade.
happy, right? Are you serious? The killer was, in fact, Cowell, the deceased!
Oh, is that so? How interesting! Let's hear your reasoning then.
I love it, Sticker
What
Shock.
I
It's
must
so
do
funny.
next is recreate the truth. What Cowell did, and how he went from would-be perpetrator to victim.
Okay. How could we envisage Linny as having been unable to interfere with the crime? Okay.
No one entered or left the opera house through its entrances. So, where would the criminal have wanted to take Halsey? The deceased's name is Cowell, Linny's assistant. He would have been able to tamper with the equipment. Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel. So, there must have been some fear that she would attract attention. The sound we heard may have come from a clash between the missing Halsey and the criminal. Linny was not in the tunnel at that moment, which gave our criminal ample time. It would have been tough for both people to fit into that vent. They would likely have bumped into Linny as well.
Okay.
Linny was not in the tunnel at that moment, which gave our criminal ample time.
That's true, Chris. They do have the same vibes. Does it sound like Farina is talking only in sarcasm? You think so? I think... Wait. I didn't read the last question.
In the tunnel at that moment.
How can I prove that there was an altercation in the tunnel? Wait, that's my bad.
The sound we heard may have come from a clash. Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel.
No, let's do that
The
one.
sound we heard may have come...
Yeah, okay, who is the prime suspect currently? In my eyes or in their eyes?
It would have been tough for both people to fit into that.
Because
The deceased's
I'm gonna say
name is
him.
Cowell, Linny's...
Where did the missing Halsey go?
No one entered or left the opera house through its entrances. So, where would the criminal have wanted to take Halsey? It would have been tough for both people to fit into that vent. They would likely have bumped into Linny as well.
Bro, I don't know. True, Bacon. It's been a minute.
No one entered or left.
No! Okay, these two are wrong. Okay. How can we envisage Linny as having been unable to interfere with the crime?
No one entered or left the... Linny was not in the tunnel.
Okay, that's true. We can do this one. Where did the missing Halsey go?
It would have been tough for both people.
Okay, I'm gonna do that one. No, that one's wrong! Okay, last one.
Halsey's
Has to do with the
clothing
clothes.
was in the tunnel.
It's over! GG,
So,
Linny.
there must have been some fear that she would attract attention.
Okay, we'll do that one. Oh, that's the only one you gave me left. Oh, it's scripted. Criminal must have understood the methods behind Linny's magic trick and must have been in a position to easily modify the equipment. Dude, it's scripted for me to fail. Leaving aside how he died, Cal had all the means to commit the crime at his disposal. The strange noise could likely have been the sound of Cal and Halsey struggling. Linny was not in the tunnel for 1 minute. This would have given time for Cal to bring Halsey out of the magic box in the audience stands. But according to the guard's testimony, no one entered or left the opera house, so even if he had taken her, there'd be no means of exiting. Exiting from the box would have been in full view of the audience, pretty much guaranteeing that they would be discovered.
What's wrong, Traveler? Are you still having trouble figuring things out?
Where in the world did Halsey go?
I see how it is. So this was all just a bluff. And here I thought you had something to show for it. But it seems you're still far from the truth.
Look, since we're at a dead end, why not consider a different track? Just like the trick as it transpired, the end result must have been utterly different from the magician's initial design.
If only we knew how Halsey disappeared.
Well, that would be nice, but the tunnel only has 3 exits, and none of them seem very likely. And it's not like this is a magic trick where you can just make a real live person disappear. You know, like you did from that water tank, Lynette.
Magic escaping from the water tank. Wait, could it have been the water? Did I not say that? Did I not say that?
Dear opponents, but do you not see that the crowd is growing impatient? There is no greater sin in this opera house than an awkward delay in the performance.
If the defense is unable to make further effective arguments, we will move on to the next stage of the trial.
Hold on a second.
Lenny was not in the tunnel at that moment, which gave our criminal ample time.
How can we envisage Lenny as having been unable to interfere with the crime?
The sound we heard may have come from a clash between the missing Halsey and the criminal. The deceased's name is Cowell, Lenny's assistant. He would have been able to tamper with the equipment. The vase was not broken by chance. It was used to cover important evidence. The water.
Select the clue, baby! Hypothesis correct. I like this. This is dope.
Oh, Paimon gets it! It all comes together if Halsey disappeared instead of being kidnapped. Lynette escaped from the water tank, vanishing gradually and leaving only clothes behind. If there's a similar method where a person could be transformed into water...
Oh, just a moment, please. I do hope you know how preposterous you sound.
Dude, the zoom-ins are so good.
How could a person ever be transformed into water? This is reality we're talking about here, not some magic trick.
Girl, relax. Hi, Bakheimer, welcome in. A request that we examine Cal's personal effects. We might find something there.
Must we really?
Yes, girl, what the heck?
Anyone, your friend Linny already knows this truth very well. Magic tricks are ultimately just illusions and misdirection. But Halsey's disappearance is very real. We're talking about two completely different things.
Even so, I trust the Traveler's judgment. The truth must be out there somewhere. Perhaps some new line of reasoning may open if we try to gather all the focal points that don't make sense. Since Cal was the deceased, we haven't placed much attention on him. But given that we aren't making much progress with the case, it wouldn't hurt to have a look at his belongings, would it?
Not at all.
People really do come up with all sorts of harebrained schemes when
Dude, the
at
side-by-sides
end
are
of the
so
rope.
good.
The way I see it, your suggestion that we broaden the scope of our investigation is nothing but a tactic for stalling the trial.
Nevertheless, I believe that this is a reasonable request on the part of an attorney.
Thank you, Nuvillette.
Since the trial does indeed appear to be at an impasse, I believe that additional evidence may help us make more progress.
The voice of reason.
Guards, please step into the lounge and examine the personal effects of the deceased, Cowell.
So sick. After some time, a guard returns with
We are
news.
still examining the items, but we have already made critical progress that we feel
The
must
way
be
he
shared
sits
with
is dope.
everyone post-haste.
Okay.
We discovered several test tubes of fluid within Cowell's baggage, each labeled separately. The notebook in his backpack claims that these fluids are water from the primordial sea.
Excuse me?
Primordial sea.
Me too, Nuvillette, me
The note's
too!
contents also indicate that Cowell belonged to an organization that sells illegal drugs and that he had an accomplice. The notebook has many entries concerning safe usage of these fluids, in which the keyword dissolve appears many times. One of these tubes was labeled Opera Epiclese, along with yesterday's date. It is empty. The notes also state that these dissolution properties work exclusively on people from Fontaine. It's likely that Halsey was chosen as some sort of test subject. As such, we believe that the defense's hypothesis is, in fact, supported by sufficient evidence.
There you go.
You've got to be kidding! People dissolving into water?
And you're next,
Could
brother!
something so ridiculous actually be true?
Just kidding.
Wait a moment. This reminds me of a certain prophecy, but It's just a coincidence, isn't it?
It's just like the prophecy.
If people can become water, does that mean that the water tank's real use was as a means to hide water stains? And if Cowl was targeting that girl... Wait just a minute. Could that mean... You two, with me, quick!
Demoiselle, wait! What about your partners?
Let's go. Just trust me.
Order! Order!
Sick.
It is undeniable that further examination of the deceased's personal effects has yielded some surprising results, but we cannot yet verify the veracity of these clues. Still, let us assume that these clues are indeed authentic, albeit with the understanding that Ms. Halsey has yet to be found. Guards, please continue examining the items along these lines. Mr. Linney, it appears your hypothesis is supported by the evidence, so please continue speaking.
Of course. Thank you, Your Honor. If we uphold this hypothesis, I believe that many of this case's seemingly unrelated clues can be connected together.
Right! Like the metal hook! That one didn't make sense at all. Let's think about this. Cowell's methods must have something to do with that water
From the primordial sea. Bitch! The liquid the guards found in Cowell's luggage seems to have the ability to dissolve Fontainians into water. Oh shit. Who is the prime suspect currently?
The deceased's name is Cowell.
Cowell. What item did the culprit use to control the timing of the dissolution? The timing of the dissolution?
Now it seems like the hook rope was not meant for another magic trick, but was
What the fuck does that mean?
The water from the primordial sea should already have been prepped before Halsey entered the magic box.
Okay, I think it's that one, but not that one. I think it's the hook one, but let me just
was
see.
in the magic box on stage the entire time. Did she have something to do with this?
No way.
I remember there was
The
something
gavel,
else
if it had
in
a
the
gavel, it
inner
would have
layer
been
of that
sick.
box.
Okay, this though,
Now it
I think.
seems like the hook rope was...
His blue vials are reminiscent of the ones Otoya was holding in the Fatui trailer? Ooh, listen, I don't think it's that much of a stretch, to be honest. What item did the culprit use to dissolve Halsey?
The water from the
This
primordial
stuff.
sea should already...
What item did the culprit use to hide the mechanism behind the crime?
Lynette was in the magic box on...
No, I think this.
remember there was something else within the inner layer of that box.
Cool. Hi, Cloud. Welcome in. It's always the quiet one.
It's Ace Detective Paimon's time to shine again!
Okay, Paimon.
In the original plan, Cowell would tamper with the water tank rope and the number selector securing his target. When the magic box containing Halsey was lowered, the metal hook would retract gradually and pierce the balloon at the top of the box. When the balloon attached to the box popped, the water from the primordial seed inside it would pour down and dissolve Halsey. Afterward, Cowell would enter the tunnel and break the flower vase to conceal the water inside the tunnel, with the remaining evidence being covered up by the water tank on stage. But he encountered something unexpected in the tunnel, and wound up being fatally hit by the same water tank he meant to use to cover his tracks.
Huh. That does make sense.
That actually links together a lot of the more confusing pieces of evidence.
The fact that we didn't check his belongings, by the way, is crazy.
Oh dear, what do I do? Even I think they sound convincing now.
Girl.
Have I falsely accused an innocent person?
Probably.
What a humiliation.
Like, damn, the
Now,
plot does thicken indeed.
It seems like the only point of contention remaining is the exact circumstances that led to Cal's death. His notes mentioned he had an accomplice who could be related to the situation.
Oh.
On that note, the guards have just contacted me indicating that they uncovered new evidence.
Hey, yo.
I shall now invite him on stage to share it with us.
Hey.
Thank you, Your Honor. We were just inspecting the luggage of the other people involved in this case. And we found an identical sample of the water from the primordial sea among Linny's personal effects.
What? That can't be.
Oh, I see. Well, how wonderfully comedic to have your own counterattack only to come back and wound you. Does this not clear all doubt? My dear citizens, my loyal audience, allow me to present my reasoning and bring this performance to a swift close.
Girl, we're not done. Oh, this shit again! Okay,
He
bet.
did not need to take part in the dissolution of the young woman at all. Indeed, he did leave the scene via the vent. Having made modifications to the props beforehand, his accomplice Cowell then caused Halsey to vanish using the water from the primordial sea. But upon his return, in cruel avarice, Linny desired sole credit and prepared to do away with his partner in crime.
Okay.
Ultimately, he knocked Cowell out, and the tool meant to cover the crime up also became a murder weapon. Now, as much as I regret having come to such a viciously straightforward conclusion, it does seem that the famed Fatui is quite the cold-blooded and ruthless organization.
All right, let's go. I'm ready.
Am I right, Mr. Linny?
We've used up all the evidence we collected. There's no way for us to make a rebuttal here.
Well, damn, why bring me here then?
Is this the end of the road?
Oh no!
I just got baited.
Paimon can't think of anything either. It doesn't look like there's any way around this. Seems using the water as new evidence was too good a move. Why did this have to happen now?
I think we've all seen enough now, and we have ample witnesses to my flawless reasoning. I believe this is indeed the finale.
Relax.
Now then, my good, noble Chief Justice, should we not, in your view, move...
Excuse me, everyone, but I must interject.
Yay!
Miss, I must ask you not to shout and to respect the ongoing legal proceedings.
Oh, come on. Don't be hasty. I have a good reason for interrupting, you know. Now, would anyone here like to take a little break from all this debate and see a little magic? I'll show you an amazing trick. One that can bring a young woman who has disappeared back in the flesh, right before your very eyes. Please, do the honors, Mr. Linny, if you would be so kind.
What in the world is she saying?
No offense, miss, but miracles like that are beyond my scope as a magician.
The music is so good.
Come on now, don't be silly. Magic is all about misdirection, isn't it? It often conceals the truth while presenting a fascinating illusion. But once everyone believes the illusion, can't magic reveal the truth to them once again? And wouldn't such a trick be the most marvelous finale to today's performance? Come on, Linny
I'm
and
intrigued.
Lynette. Give it another go. Don't worry. Spina di Rasula has made the necessary arrangements on your behalf.
How do we get up there?
As the magic makers and stars of the show, I think I should leave the final performance to you.
I understand.
Okay.
And voila.
What's she doing there? Hey!
Sorry for the interruption.
Girl, you're fine. We were just worried about you.
Isn't that Halsey? So the whole thing about people dissolving wasn't true after all?
To be clear, I'm only here because this person told me that if I testified, the merit of doing so would lessen my sentence. I was hiding outside this room listening to the proceedings because I was afraid that I would be the one put on trial. I was just feeling happy that no one had noticed me, and then before I knew it, she caught me.
That'll teach you to underestimate us three.
Where should I begin? I'm sorry. I'm the one who killed Cowl. I admit it.
What? Why?
Firstly, my name isn't Halsey. It's Lillian, and I'm originally from Mondstadt.
Oh, hey!
I heard that Linny's show was gonna be a real thriller, but I missed the chance to buy a ticket, so I stole one. That's how I make a living. I steal stuff here and there.
Oh, it's the girl from
And
before!
I've never been caught before.
Right?
But I was noticed at the harbor a few days ago, and I barely got away. Linny was the one who caught me in the act.
Hey, no wonder you look familiar. So you were the thief. Liddy even mentioned that you were pretty skilled.
Well, and I thought that would have been the end of it, but then the number selector chose me. He even mentioned the Fortress of Meripede. That's a prison, isn't it? So you can imagine how shocked I was. I thought he was on to me for sure. So I played along with the show while looking for an opening to flee. But then I got water poured on me for no reason, and then someone jumped into the tunnel to nab me. I wasn't going to take that lying down, so I knocked him out and stuffed him into the box.
As you should.
There was nowhere to run from there, though, so I had to change my clothes and hide in a box containing performance costumes. I slipped out after the first guard arrived at the scene and continued hiding inside the opera house.
Makes
Can
sense.
a person even hide in there?
If they're a practiced hand at concealment, probably. A professional thief could make it work.
But I swear, I didn't know that the water tank would fall down. Really, I swear it. Had I known that, I wouldn't have put him in the magic box. I may be a thief, but I'm no killer.
So why was the rope still replaced, though?
Clear now, doesn't it?
Right, Cooner, for real? Now it's time to refute the Hydra Archon's previous reasoning.
This time, we need to tell the entire story from Lillian's perspective.
Okay. Okay. Linny entered the tunnel after the beginning of the countdown. Afterwards, he used the ventilation shaft to leave the tunnel and did not participate in the dissolving of the young woman. This is true. Cal planned to use the prepared apparatuses for the magic tricks to dissolve Halsey inside the magic box. As Halsey has appeared completely unharmed before all of our eyes, Farina's conjecture no longer holds water. Okay. And how would Halsey have reacted when the water from Primordial Sea suddenly began to trickle in? Okay. 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 Hi, Josh. Welcome in, by the way. Okay. Infighting between Linny and Cowl. Linny wanted all the credit and glory and wanted to get rid of all of his partners. As Halsey has appeared completely unharmed before all of our eyes, Farina's conjecture no longer holds water. But there it is again. But there's evidence proving that a fight did indeed break out in the tunnel. Okay, here's the loophole. Seems unlikely. Wait. I don't see anything that really makes that much sense for me. Linny knocked Cal out. Linny knocked Cal out, then using the method used to dissolve young girls, he got rid of Cal and disguised it as an accident. So Halsey's appeared completely unharmed before all of our eyes. Farina's conjecture no longer holds water after the fight. What did Halsey do? Okay. This is where the audible thump would be, right? Or maybe this? Because it said that she put him in the box.
Lillian was afraid that she would be recognized if she left, so she changed
I think
clothes
I
and
could
hid,
tell
biding
you,
her
Nate.
time. Just what one might expect of an experienced thief.
Jason, you're a goofball, bruh. Meticulously designed magic prop. Okay. I can leave this alone for now, I think. How would Halsey have reacted when the water from the Primordial Sea suddenly began to trickle in? I think this is where the audible thump happens?
The strange sound wasn't from a fight. It was Lillian's attempt to break out when she was frightened.
Makes sense. And then there's evidence proving that a fight did indeed break out. That would be this.
The flower vase was not broken to cover anything up, but was smashed during the struggle between Lillian and Cowl.
There we go.
And it's Ace Detective Paimon time! Having been selected out of the blue, Lillian panicked. Her panic only intensified after she entered the tunnel and had water poured on her head. So she kicked the door open, producing the thud we all heard. Hearing the commotion, Cowell leapt into the tunnel, only to discover that Lillian had not dissolved. He did not know that Lillian was not from Fontaine, but was a
Oh, that's why the water
who
didn't
made
work. That
her
makes
way
sense.
in by stealing a ticket.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Mistakenly believing that the water from the primordial sea needed time to take effect, he tried to force Lillian back into the box.
It's really interesting that the water from the primordial sea will only work on women from Fontaine, or people from Fontaine, I guess I should say.
Broke the
I don't
flower
remember if it was
vase
just
during
women
the
or not.
struggle, but Lillian came out on top, knocking Cowell out and putting him in the box. With no way of escaping, she changed her clothes and hid in the costume trunk until the performance ended.
The way she said that is so funny. Scales balanced once more. Successful refutation. We take those. We take those. Love to see it. Yeah, I wonder,
She knew
Aspen.
that she would have to go through guard inspection if she tried to leave afterward. So, she has been trapped in the opera house these last 2 days.
She had already become desperately hungry by the time we were chatting over macarons. So, she swiped 2 of them right under our
Makes sense.
noses. Talk about a sneaky thief.
For real.
At this point, all the events that happened in the tunnel have now come to light.
Ah, so that's the whole story.
Why do they seem disappointed?
Bravo!
Oh, never mind. Maybe it was just that one girl.
Now then, Lady Farina, do you wish to speak against the defense's statements? Please answer the question, Lady Farina. Also, if I may add, the trial has not yet ended. As such, I request that the prosecution not leave the room
I
before
love
the
him,
proceedings
dude.
have concluded.
She's so goofy too.
What? Are you reading my mind now?
Hell yeah.
No, I have no further arguments. I admit defeat. But really, could you at least have left me with some dignity?
Look at that! She's like a deflated balloon now.
Damn, bruh.
If there are no objections, then as the Chief Justice of Fontaine, I shall once again repeat the full sequence of events.
Okay.
The actual perpetrator of the serial disappearances, Cowell, selected his next victim from the audience reservation list.
What a freak.
With some modifications to the selector, he could ensure that the pre-selected young woman would be chosen. To cover up any evidence while committing the deed, Cowell thought of allowing the water tank to fall, which would conceal the water left behind after the young woman was dissolved. He also tampered with the rope suspending the water tank, using the fireworks at the end of the performance to cause the tank to drop and hide the watermarks. He poured the water from the primordial sea into a balloon during the preparation of the magic box and stuck it to the box's lid. Finally, he passed the prepared hook on a rope through the gap in the magic box's door when bringing the young woman to said box. When
knew
the
that
magic
mask
trick
was
officially
creepy.
began, the box containing the woman was lowered into the tunnel, tightening the hook rope and bursting the balloon containing the water. If all had gone to plan, the young woman would be dissolved at this time. However, Lillian was not from Fontaine, and thus fled the box with a loud noise. Realizing that there was trouble, Cowell entered the tunnel and met Lillian.
Ugh, so creepy.
Thinking that the waters had not yet taken effect, he decided to proceed. However, his opponent was more capable than he thought, and he was overcome, knocked unconscious, and placed into the magic box, and thus became his own final victim. Lillian, according to her own statements, then changed clothes and hid until the performance ended, before hiding in other parts of the opera house. As for Linny, he was in the underground structures within the opera house, and was thus ignorant of these happenings.
There you go.
From this reconstruction of events, we can conclude that Linny, the accused, is in fact innocent.
We love to see
While
it, but
there
there's
is
still
much
Fatui.
in Linny and Lillian's conduct that should still be investigated separately, this case, at least, can be handed over to the Oratrice to make the final decision.
There you go. It looked like a credit card. Ooh, this shit's crazy.
As such, Linny and Lynette are officially declared not guilty.
Bruh.
Great work, partners.
Hell
Thank you
yeah.
all. Thank you so much.
Holy. Letting AI decide the verdict? It's okay. Nuvulette also agrees, so I guess it's fine, you know? Alright, let's not celebrate just yet.
Next, I think we deserve an explanation, Guard Vaughn. How did you find the water from the primordial sea in Linny's baggage?
Was this the one I was sus of, guys? I forget.
Your discovery caused me to make a serious mistake, you know. Or was that not a discovery, but false evidence that you dared to bring before this court?
I suspect that the accomplice mentioned in Cowell's notes was not Linny, but you, yes?
Dumbass.
I'm sure you know what you must do to lessen your sentence.
Speak quickly! Unless you want to earn yourself a one-way ticket to Coupon Town.
What that mean?
I was just following orders. We were supposed to place blame for the serial disappearances onto Linny, and thus cause suspicion to fall on the Fatui. The higher-ups said this was the best opportunity to do so.
And now that your plan has fallen through, and the secrets of the water have been revealed, you have become a liability to said higher-ups, yes? Therefore, you would be wise to tell everything you know, and seek the protection of the guards.
Yes, I'll tell you everything I know. Our boss discovered that the water can cause people to dissolve. It can also be made into a potion, which when extremely diluted, can cause people to experience unforgettable exhilaration. We've been in this business for a while now, and have made decent more off it. The disappearances were also the boss's idea. I mean, this is the boss we're talking about.
Huh? He turned into water. I got the music.
And now he can no longer talk.
Bro!
Such ruthlessness. I shouldn't have expected any less of them.
An outrageous act. All present, please submit to inspection immediately.
I need explanations now. However, nothing is found on the scene apart from the liquid left behind after Vaughn dissolved.
So, we're just going back now?
No! The problem seems to have been solved for now. We're not needed here anymore.
That's true, but...
Traveler, Paimon, please wait.
Lenny...
I
Are
know
we
you may
angry
not
at
want to
him?
speak to me right now. Maybe you don't even want to look at me. But still, let me thank you again for defending me to the end. Even after you learned that I'm a member of the Fatui.
I just didn't wish to see anyone be falsely accused. I just wanted to be sure that we're square.
I guess. But regardless, I'd like the opportunity to set things straight. I didn't approach you with any ulterior motives or ill intent. I've spoken to you as myself, just plain Linny this entire time. As for why I'm a Fatus, it's because the goals of the House of the Hearth align with those of an orphan like me. That's all.
I still want to
That
know
was
more
how
about Father.
who you might
Oh,
know as
Tets!
the Knave, approached recruiting us back then too.
Why is Arlecchino called Father or Otets? Guys, it's not Mommy Arlecchino, it's Daddy Arlecchino. I don't want to hear it. It's Russian for father? Okay. Bro, she's not mommy, she's daddy. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. Huh, okay.
A knave? The one who controls the House of the Hearth? She's your father?
Bro.
That's right. And since we're here, I was wondering, would you mind hearing a story? It's about my past.
Dude,
Back
his
when our
character story about to
parents
go
first died,
crazy.
Lynette and I were left wandering the streets. To survive, I took to surreptitiously observing an older street performer who did magic. It took me several days to figure out how he pulled off his amazing tricks. I took my sister through several streets until we found a crowded corner, and we began to perform magic tricks there. To my surprise, we proved to be pretty popular, and we could at least stop worrying about where our next meal would come from for a time. But I didn't want my sister to remain a street rat together with me forever. Before long, an aristocrat came to me and claimed that he wished to take us in after watching my performances.
So you went from orphans to nobility just like that?
That was how we felt at first, too. As if fate was on our side and we could say goodbye to those painful days. But I gradually discovered that while we were called foster children, he was really after my talent for magic tricks. He would constantly take me to all sorts of banquets to garner attention, which he would then use to expand his social circles.
That doesn't seem too bad either. Better than roaming the streets at any rate.
It took a while for me to realize just how dark his heart really was. After one particular performance at a banquet, I discovered that Lynette was not on the same return vehicle as me. I waited a long time after we returned home, but she did not come back. I went to that noble's bedroom and asked him about her whereabouts. The answer he gave me was, she caught the eye of the most eminent person at the banquet, so I sent her over as a gift. I mean, you'll be able to perform your magic regardless of who your assistant is, yes?
Bro.
No. So he was gonna... But wouldn't Fontaine's laws deal with such people?
As far as outsiders are concerned, this is a relationship akin to adoption or foster care, and they have their ways of escaping the eye of the law.
Villains. So what happened after that?
I managed to ferret out the location of the mansion of that so-called eminent person and hurried through the night. But by the time I leaped over the walls, avoided the guards, and made my way in, all I saw was the moonlit ground covered in blood, and the knave standing there in the darkness.
So, she'd already taken care of that guy.
That's right. She had rescued my sister before she could come to any harm, and had even discovered several girls hidden in the basement, all of them orphans.
Ew.
Father, I mean, the knave, might have seen something in me, and so she made me an offer. The House of the Hearth welcomes you, for your interests align with ours. Here, none will ever betray you. Indeed, betrayal shall never be permitted here. I was hesitant to trust her. I mean, I had just been betrayed by nobles. But she was also quick to destroy the noble who had taken us in at first, giving us back our freedom.
Oh, so that's how the two of you joined the House of the Hearth.
Holy shit, bro. I actually... Wow. I honestly don't even know what to say, dude. That's insane. It's definitely taking a darker route. I'm not opposed, though. Daddy coming through for real. Wow. Wow. Oh my god. Oh, that's crazy. That means Ennieee is one of them as well. That's all in the past, though. The knave is after the Gnosis, isn't she?
She has her own plans.
I'm sure she does. The Hydra Archon is actually really interesting. I'm very intrigued by her personality.
She has gained permission from the Sarita to first use the Gnosis' power once she obtains it. She plans to use it to find a way to break the prophecy and save Fontaine.
That's interesting.
So, she believes in that prophecy too?
That's right. The whole House of the Hearth is currently working to combat
It's really
that crisis.
unlike the Fatui to want to solve a crisis like that.
Today's case has also proven that people from Fontaine can indeed dissolve into some sort of
is
water.
It really?
Thus further supporting the prophecy. All of us house members here, Lady Arlecchino herself included, are from Fontaine. We won't give up on defending our homeland.
Arlecchino's
To
from
us
Fontaine.
orphans, The only connection we have left to this world, apart from our family, is our homeland.
So, from small deeds like distributing magic pockets to huge schemes like stealing a Gnosis, everything is aimed at dealing with that prophecy.
Dude, that's wild. That's actually wild. So Arlecchino is from Fontaine confirmed as well, by the way. I'm sorry, but I still can't completely trust you.
It's alright. I understand. The only thing I can do is relate all this to you. I just hope you can understand
yeah, maybe
that
Rex.
even as a member of the house, I have never stopped making my own decisions, and that I believe what I'm doing is right. If you should need anything at all in the future, feel free to find me. I will do my best to help you, as plain Linny.
Yeah, I don't know, guys. It's still not... I don't trust Arlecchino. Based on, like, what we've heard about her so far, and if you've read, like, the character, like, for example, like, Wanderer and Child voice lines about her, she doesn't seem like a good person if even they can say, like, really bad things about her. I know that the Fatui don't necessarily like each other, like, it's not that they have to like each other, but I feel like a lot of stuff has pointed towards her being a psycho low-key, you know? So I feel like she could put on an act, potentially, like, for the House of Hearth to seem like this, like, figure to get them to do what they want, you know? Is Fermi their blood sibling or their Hearth sibling? Right now, I think Hearth sibling because he's not involved in this story at all. And I think that he would have been if that was the case. I think he's, like, adopted sibling type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I feel like they could low-key be brainwashed or something like that. Okay, let's continue. I feel like we're right at the end of this.
Bye, Linny!
Aw, Paimon feels bad. At least that's what it seems like. Leave the opera house. Okay. Can I just take a little peek before we go? Is there anybody hanging out down here? No, right? Okay. Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens, right, Aspen? Obviously, we don't really know yet, but...
Hey there. What was with the disappearing act you pulled right as the trial ended?
Were you looking for us, Navia?
Clearly.
Well, this whole thing isn't exactly over, is it? I do feel that we're getting closer to solving the serial disappearances case, though. Don't you think so, too?
Well, I'm sorry, Navia.
Huh? What's wrong, my dear partner?
I was really only trying to defend Linny. I wasn't necessarily looking into serial disappearances case.
Besides, are you sure we're the ones who can crack a case that's been cold for decades now? And
yeah,
given that there's new evidence from the trial, there should be a trail of breadcrumbs for the Hydro Archon's people to follow now, right?
Ah.
Damn,
I see.
She hurt.
Well, I won't lie. I'm a little shocked to hear that from you. But I suppose you are just travelers who have only arrived in Fontaine after all. Sorry. I might have been too presumptuous.
You know we're gonna help in the end, relax.
Ah, and we were having so much fun investigating with you, too.
Her hat's dope.
It was like having new waters flowing into a stagnant mire, causing new hope to spring forth, and the reflection in the murk to become clearer. Well, sorry about that. I'm a bit prone to nostalgia. Don't mind me. Wait, shall we have a farewell meal? You know, to commemorate our time as partners?
Huh? Do we really need to get that formal? Well, guess you really did treat us as partners, huh?
Well, I'd just like to have a proper ending to every important memory. That way there are no regrets
She's so
later.
cute, guys. I like
anyway,
her.
It would just be a meal, so it shouldn't take up too much of your time.
Well, if you say so, let's go have that meal then.
You don't have to twist Paimon's arm. If Boss Navia's treating, count Paimon in!
Oh, wonderful. In that case, why don't we return to the court of Fontaine and head to the Hotel de Boer? I believe we'll make it just in time for dinner.
All right, then. Let's have our farewell meal.
Okay. Okay. Act 1 is finished. Thoughts? I have many. I have many thoughts. So, I guess... I feel like, okay, first of all, going into this next part, I think that someone or something... I think someone's going to show up when we're at Hotel de Board. Or something's going to happen to cause some chaos, and that's what the Act 2 is going to be about. I am very curious about this primordial water and why it turns the people of Fontaine, or why it, like, you know, like, basically gets rid of them, makes them disappear with the water, and, like, why this prophecy exists and who created it. If it has to do with the primordial water, wait, do you remember how they say that people from Fontaine are born with sin? I feel like, I don't know 100% what happened, right? But something had to have happened either with the Hydro Archon or with the people or the previous Hydro Archon or somebody. Something happened along the line that was considered like a grave sin. And if you remember in Sumeru, they talk about sin. Who is it? Is it in Sino's voice lines where they talk about, where is it? I don't remember if it's in his story or maybe it was in Alhaitham's. Somewhere in here they talk about like the cardinal rules, or was it in Alhaitham's like demo or something? Somewhere they talked about it, guys. Where the heck was it? The cardinal sins, right. Thought it was a Christian allegory where we all born with sin. Yes, but this is particular to the people of Fontaine, which is really interesting, which means something has to have happened to piss somebody off. Either the primordial one, if it's the primordial waters that dissolve them, or maybe the primordial waters are absolving them of their sin or something, and that's why they disappear. Bro, I don't know. But, like, I feel like it has to be something along those lines, or at least related somehow, you know? Shall not interfere with human evolution. You shall not tamper with life and death. You shall not delve beyond the universe. You shall not investigate the origin of words. You shall not revere gods without acts of devotion. You shall not divulge secrets without a hint of fear. But, I mean, listen, it could be, it could not be, because this is just for the sages in the academia, so it doesn't mean that it necessarily applies to Fontaine, but it doesn't mean that there's no relation, but also I'm not going to say that there is a relation just because, right? I think regardless, something happened, they're born with sin, blah, 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 because it's only the people of Fontaine. It's only the people of Fontaine. Regardless, I'm super intrigued. I really, really hope that this next part, I mean, I know it's going to be good, right? We know that Child is somehow going to end up in the opera Epicles, right? I don't know if that's because he's going to duel what's her name or not, or what's happening, but there's still more to see, and I'm excited. I'm freaking hyped. Wait till Act 2 and Linny's story quest. Dude, I can't... Okay, I had a feeling that Linny and Lynette were going to be from that orphanage. I literally knew it. I could tell. This dude was like, listen, I know he doesn't have bad intentions, or it doesn't seem like he has bad intentions, but you could tell that something more was going on with them for sure. Setting up a foreshadow with betrayal, but betrayal to whom? Traveler or Arlecchino? I think that Arlecchino is going to betray Linny and Lynette, low-key. I'm not saying that that's going to be like the ultimate betrayal of the quest, but I do think that that is at least going to be part of it. If she is really as psycho as people say, and if we take like the teaser, for example, as well, where she like pushes down Linny and Lynette and their like cardboard cutout things on the stage, I think it's going to show that she's using them as pawns for something that they did not intend to be a part of whatsoever. You know what I mean? Like, they think they're doing this thing where it's going to have a good outcome, it's going to save the people of Fontaine, and like they're trying to do good and save people, right? But then that's really not Arlecchino's actual plan at all. She's just using them and the children in the House of Hearts as pawns towards what her ultimate goal actually is. Regardless, I think it's gonna be very interesting. I hope that we see her. I hope that we see her in this next part of the Archon quest, which I'm sure we will. I'd be very surprised if we don't, but Yeah. Guys, make sure you get some rest. Make sure you drink some water, all that good stuff, okay? Take care of yourselves. Have a great weekend. I love you guys lots. And then I will see you guys on Monday for more Archon questing. I'm so excited, but at the same time, I kind of don't want it to end. You know what I mean?